Session 7, The Umbra Gates. After exploring Bazzozan, the party finally decided to approach the Betrayer's Rise. On the approach, they were attacked by a pair of Gloomstalkers.
Sort of town where self-sacrifice is expected.
Yeah, so it's Larry
Guy about to retire.
and his mate. So it's
Larry and the dude.
Thanks to the support of Larry and his mates, the party managed to down the beasts. Thanks to their efforts, the party then leveled up. The party saw the brutal Umbra Gates, and the mist whispered to them. As they prepared to enter, the relic that Ryu has glowed, allowing the never-before-opened Umbra Gates to open. The guards were shocked, as the only way they've ever gotten in was climbing down the cliff and entering below. The party decided to enter through the Umbra Gates. They were quickly beset upon by gibbering mouthers, foul creatures that had assailed the party in the past. The party dealt with them, and in the quiet of this dark place, the party began engaging with some of the riddles that were left behind. The party was asked if they were truly ready to die. All but Rhea seemed to understand their mortality, which resulted in a split party. Rhea kept trying, and thanks to some quick thinking from Thafin, Rhea was able to join the party. She's failed the check, yeah.
Bend luck
Yep.
again in hopes to add.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim for maximum, of course, but we'll see. 2, so 13.
It's a success.
Yay!
Bonk.
Ooh.
By the way, you got about halfway, not halfway, like a quarter of the way through those rubble, by the way. The party, without resting, pressed on. They found a strange-looking room with a terrifying bladed corridor. In this space, Thafin explored a torture chamber, which seemed strangely familiar to him. He, however, released some flaming skulls. The party dropped like flies as the skulls blasted the party with fire magic. Everybody, deck saves. It's what it would do.
I'm outside, so my
Well,
question is...
I'm still
do I
down,
need to?
so I can't do anything.
No,
You
so
need
you just...
to make it clear where you're casting it, Jared.
Probably kind of where Artie is.
Okay, everyone gets hit.
Except for me, right? Because I'm outside the room.
Everyone
No.
gets hit.
It's a...
Fireball does not care about walls.
Nope. Dex, yeah.
Dex? Okay, good 19.
So you pass.
Fuck
18.
yeah!
Um,
First pass
Oh,
tonight.
wait, is this a saving throw, sorry?
yeah, look at these rolls. Look at my rolls, guys. 6,
Thank
1,
19.
1, 6, 1, 1, 1, 2. So 19 is the full damage, half of that is 9.
And then I get to roll a d4 to reduce it, because I have an orb of shielding.
Yep.
Ha!
I am...
So I get to take 7 damage.
wrecked.
With some luck, the party managed to prevail. Out of spell slots, bloodied and wounded, the sinking feeling had hit the party. At this moment, they are trapped, and this trial is nothing like they've experienced before. So far, luck had kept them alive, but now they are alone in the darkness. They will need to proceed carefully if they have any chance of making it out of the Betrayer's Rise alive.
Yay!
Nope.
Yes.
I was gonna say, hopefully not dying this week.
There
Would
we
it be
go.
preferable?
Oh, I'm so glad I checked that.
You beat me
Stream
to it.
Stream wasn't picking up my microphone. Ooh, that was close. Sorry about that, Stream. Welcome. Yeah, you could all hear me, but Stream couldn't.
Oh.
Yeah, orkies. But no, so obviously in this long rest, because you're not in somewhere that's safe, you will need to organise watches. Usually there are 2 watches. But again, as a party, you're the ones that determine that.
I'm happy to go first so I can cook a meal at
Yep.
the same time.
Usually it's in pairs.
I'm happy to go as well, considering I need the least amount of sleep.
So how it works in a long rest, even though you take watches, there's still enough time for you to long rest if you have a watch. Okay?
Easy. I'll take
Easy,
last.
let's do it.
So I've got Sin and Artie on watch 1, Ryu and who on watch 2?
I'll go Raya.
Raya. Are we going to have a third watch, or are you all just going to sleep through the last section?
We need 3 total? Okay.
No, you don't need
then
3
I guess
total.
That'll be on me.
I'm happy to do an extended watch
so-
because I only need 4.
You all need to sleep for 8 hours for it to be a long rest. So if you take 2 watches, so there'd be 4 hours where someone's awake, 4 hours where someone's awake, so you need another 4 hours for you all to sleep for that full 8 hours. Or a third person to take a watch.
Well, we
got
elves, Jared.
Oh, you do have elves. Okay, yep, so you can do 2 watches, yeah, with the elves. Which would be...
Myself.
And me,
Do half-elves get the meditation thing?
ooh,
Let me double check that. Pretty sure we do, but I'm not certain.
I'm not certain either.
It's been a hot minute.
That lemon stuff was disgusting.
And no, you
Tasted like
need to
puke.
sleep.
I do.
So the
Well,
only...
Artie doesn't. He's a
Yeah, I
bug.
don't
well, in
technically
that case,
sleep. I do like a 4-hour meditation.
in that case, I'll take the second watch because I'm a wood elf. So
Also, you got the alert feat, Coop, so you can't even be surprised. So it'd be good to have you solo, even.
Well, theoretically,
I'll go wherever I need to then.
Well, you two could just take both watches in your
that's true.
meditative stance.
Cool.
Alright.
I like that idea.
Alright.
Let's
So
do that.
so effectively everyone
That's
else
being
is
helpful.
everyone else is going to be dead to the world, except
That's usual for Taffin.
except Artisan and Raya. So, is there anything the party wants to do before they go to sleep?
Cook. I would like to cook. Cooking
So-
is on the agenda.
So that'll be part of the long rest, which is fine.
Okay.
So we'll start the long rest. So we'll start with cooking. Which ingredients do you intend to prepare? Do you intend to use common ingredients, uncommon ingredients, or rare ingredients? Because I don't think you've got legendary or mythic yet.
We do not have legendary or mythic yet. I was gonna try for uncommon at this point.
Okay. So if that's the case, mark off an uncommon ingredients from your inventory.
Yeah, let me just see where I put that. I think I put it in my notes, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that wine made me feel sick, and I only took a sip.
Yep, sweet. Okay, cool. Down to 6 portions of uncommon ingredients. And then
That's why
D20.
I've got a hard rated lad.
Yeah. So so roll so cooking check.
And I assume there's like a proficiency bonus.
Yep.
with
So it's
that.
wisdom plus your proficiency.
So 10 plus my 5 plus 3. So that's what, 18?
Okay. So I need to ask who is partaking in this meal.
Great
Taffin,
question.
Me
Raya
not me
is.
and Thaffin.
Well, you don't.
What,
Well,
what do you mean? Taffin is.
You can't eat. Or you know, sorry, you can. You
he can
don't
eat.
need
He,
to.
he can. So he can definitely choose to eat this.
I got it wrong.
I will partake. Why not?
If I'm gonna get a boon out of it, I will.
Yeah.
If I'm just
like,
eating
all
for
the
the
squishy
sake,
people.
no. Save
So
it.
so this is magical cooking, and the party knows that it's magical cooking.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. So
I mean,
that's
with all the
AC.
flair and the chanting she does while
Yeah,
she cooks,
so-
I wouldn't be surprised.
So this genuinely looks like Link when he's cooking in like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. So there's, and it doesn't turn out like mystery food. It's not pixelated and gross. This is a delicious meal. Do you want to describe what kind of meal you make with your uncommon ingredients?
With the oncoming ingredients at this point in time, we're gonna make something quick because we're all basically dead to the world. It's gonna be just like a simple meat dish with some uncommon meats, like I don't know, some stalker or something that we picked up along the way.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's just gonna be grilled with a couple of veggies, and it's just gonna be a simple steak
Hearty
and
food. Some hearty
Yeah.
adventuring
Everyone's
food.
bratwurst.
Does that even exist in this universe?
There'd be sausages of that kind.
Well, we might keep those for later, Daffin.
So everyone that partook in the meal, you have actually, can you roll me a d8, Sin?
Can do. Where is my D8? 8, 8, 8, 8. 7.
So everyone that ate it now has 7 temporary hit points. So effectively, if you had 40 hit points, you now have 47 hit points temporarily. So an extra 7.
Nice.
So a little bit of a boon. Alrighty. Oh. Thank you for the follow. So could I get perception checks from the both of you? When I say both of you, I'm talking Raya and Artie.
You mean
Is it
Tia?
Tia and Artie?
Yeah,
doing
Tia,
the
sorry,
first one?
yeah, sorry, Tia.
Get it right.
Oh, it's been a long day.
I get a 16.
I
Okay.
got a 12.
Wait. Nope, sorry, I get a... What did I get? A 15? I get a 20. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay. So, the first 4 or so hours of your watch are unsettling. You swear out of the corner of your eyes these statues move. Or you'll see a shadow dart out of your peripheral. By the time you look, it's gone. You see the blades in that corridor. It's like they're reaching out to you, but then as you look, they back away. This space is ever changing and moving, and it's very, very unsettling. Who got the higher perception? Sin?
I did.
Sin, you hear a voice calling out to you from kind of down there,
Yep.
calling out, help, help. And then it goes
Is it-
quiet.
With that, does it sound similar to the voice we heard when we were doing, the games back in like the first? or
No,
second
doesn't
section?
sound like that mythic
Okay.
person you saw in that vision.
Cool.
Could I get a second perception check from you, Sin?
Oh god.
Actually, no, insight. We'll make this one insight.
Insight. I mean, it's the same anyway. So
Yep.
it's an unnatural 21.
Artisan seems distracted, hyperfixated. Whilst it's paying attention, he seems very distracted and like he's fiddling with something in his hands. But very distracted, while you're like freaked out and like you are on alert because you're keeping watch over your friends as they sleep. He's very distracted.
So he's distracted by doing something.
It's like
or
he's you can't really see what he's doing, but he's got his hands together. It's like if you can see my camera, he's kind of like playing with something in his hands.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Or playing
So
just
it's
with his
like
hands, but he's just very fidgety.
It's like stimming for ADHD.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah,
Is that a fair way to
Yeah, I
describe
guess
it?
that's Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you investigate the voice or do you leave it be?
Not going off alone to do anything. I am leaving that well the fuck alone until everybody else is awake and about.
Okay. Are you awaking anyone for your watch, or are you two just kind of letting them sleep and just keeping an eye on it?
I think
Just
right
letting
now
them sleep. Well, I
Yeah,
am anyways.
I'm letting them sleep. They need the rest, and nothing right now is screaming there's something that we need to address right now.
Okay. Okay. The next perception checks for the second watch.
Was that me as well?
Yeah,
I thought I was taking.
so it's you
Oh,
two.
yeah.
Yeah, it's you two again.
Oh, that was not better. That was
20, baby!
well.
All
Nat
right.
20, baby!
So, Artisan,
Me.
you are hyper focused on. You know what you're focused on. However, you see kind of coming from where those skulls came from. It's like you see more of them coming from the space, patrolling the room, kind of like looking. Then they go up that bladed corridor, and then you see Ryu like break into a cold sweat and start like almost convulsing. He's still asleep, but he is like, it looks like he's gonna throw up. He's like convulsing and twisting in his sleep.
It's that damn dinner.
Ryu. I'll quickly just jump. Ryu,
Yes, sir.
you are battered and bruised. You are dead to the world. However, your sleep at some point through the night becomes very, very disturbed. You hear a voice very familiar to you, and she's calling out that that you need to come save her now, or it's too late. And it's coming from the darkness, and you don't know what's going on. And in the darkness, you're lost. You're scared, and you just keep trying to find this voice in the darkness. Artisan, obviously, you can see him convulsing. Sin, even with your lower check, you can see him convulsing as well. What would you like to do?
I was gonna say I was gonna tug on Thea's dress and point at him and say something's wrong.
I'm gonna nod and just say, do you think it's worth waking him up and trying to pull him out of whatever's going on?
I look at him,
Or do we
sort of
just
walk
let it
over
pass?
and I walk over to him and sort of stand above him and watch him for a minute.
It's
And
worsening.
then, yeah, I turn to Thea and I say, I think we should wake him up.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go over and try and gently nudge him awake.
It doesn't take much. Ryu, you kind of, as gently as Sin could, but you are shocked awake. And you look up, and trudging towards you from those blades, I keep pointing to the screen like you can see what I'm pointing at. But coming from there is a bloody Idril. She's walking towards you, bloodied and cut, and these blades are coming out at her, and these saw blades from the wall are cutting her up as she walks down. Help! Help!
I don't say a word, I get straight up.
Are you okay? You were thrashing about in your sleep. It definitely looks like you weren't having a fun time. Is everything okay?
Now that I'm up, I see that down the hallway still.
Yep.
Do you not see that? The hallway?
See what?
They don't see
I'm-
anything. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Was that for Ryu?
Ryu, yeah.
That is a fail.
They must be
That's a
blind.
natural one.
They must be blind. You are certain she's there, and she's real, and she's not looking good.
That is... You don't see her. She's there at the end of the hallway. That's
Who?
that's
She. She who?
Who's there?
I am. I'm assuming I haven't had a full rest at this point.
Nope. And as you would just a reminder, the moment you leave this dome, it disappears. Can you make a intelligence check, Artie and Sin?
Intelligence.
Oh,
Intelligence.
whilst that's happening, I'm going to reach up to my shoulders. I'm going to reach. You know what I'm reaching for.
Mhm.
I'm checking, see if there's any movement, any distress.
Almost,
Target of 19.
almost like the connection is severed.
Sorry, one sec. If like the thingies, so like say saving throw, arcane history, investigation, and so on and so forth, if it has a little tick,
You get your
Next to it.
bonus
You get
next to it
proficiency.
with it.
do you get that and that?
Yes. So it would be like you say it's a perception check. You'd be adding your
This-
wisdom plus your proficiency to the roll.
As a note, Coop,
If you had a
all
dot
of
in
the
it.
higher numbers that have the dot already had that added.
Yeah. So if it says like, if I go to your character sheet real quick, where are you?
Actually, these
I'm
ones
just
aren't
moving a die.
correct.
I'm not actually rolling it.
Some of yours aren't correct, so I'll fix them.
But yeah. So yeah, Ryu, you are certain that this.
I got a 15, by the way.
You think Ryu might be hallucinating, or something's clearly up, because he thinks there's something in that corridor. He keeps saying she, her. But he's adamant that, and he is looking at his behavior. You can see he's very tempted to investigate.
I am
I
like,
look up there, I'm
I'm
like, what is it
genuinely
the
a hair's
food
breadth
you gave
from leaving this whole dome.
And remember, if he steps out of the dome disappears, and everyone is vulnerable till he does it again.
Well, I hate to do this. I hate to do it, but there is no one there, and you look like you're about to charge down that corridor.
Get up.
And if no, I'm gonna cast hold person on him.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Ryu.
I like
Would
that.
this be advantage? Because wait, no, never mind. I don't get advantage. It's only for
Because you a bitch.
wisdom
No.
save. That would be a 13.
I think that, yeah, you succeed, Sin.
Yep. I'm sorry, Tuel, but there is no one there, and you need rest because clearly there is something that you're seeing that we're not, and you're either hallucinating it or you can see something that you probably shouldn't
She's
be.
right there. She's calling for my help.
There is no one there, but
Yeah.
there's no one there. But you
I
might.
can see and hear her. She is there. Let this go.
No. You need to rest. Everyone needs to rest. And I am sorry that I'm doing this to you. But the moment you walk away from here, we're thrown back into the fray. You are not in the position to be able to enter a battle again anytime soon. You need rest. We all do.
Can I communicate telepathically to said connection to actually I don't think we've ever discussed this. My companion, if you will, is a magical being that has generally got an ability to sleep, stun, etc., depending on types. Is that something I could utilize here?
In what aspect?
Would hurt her sleep to remove the spell from myself?
No, no.
Okay, that's fine.
No. Otherwise, every time there's been a fireball, that thing's dead.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Fair.
It either operates as a familiar, or you keep it as a non-combat and it stays non-combat. But that for obvious reasons. Otherwise, every time there's an AoE, it gets caught in the crossfire too. Which is why I haven't been killing it every time there's an area effect spell.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you feel the connection that you normally have with it is severed. Like right now, it's just a creature.
Does it react any differently to me?
Not really, but there's that warmth that you're used to is gone. I'll continue describing what you see, Ryu. She continues up, and now she's kind of between the two statues. She's gushing blood everywhere out of just gaping wounds, as in it's starting to splash up against your dome. And she's begging, like, why are you letting me suffer? You're still held person, Artie, Sin, you see nothing. Other than Ryu wigging your
I literally just get more animalistic as it goes on.
But you're still effectively restrained.
Oh yeah, 100%. Just, if you look at me, I actually look like I'm, like I would rip you apart.
How long does hold person last?
Quick question for you before I answer that. If we knock Ryu out, does that technically count as a long rest or nah?
He would break concentration on the spell. Is it a concentration?
Not that I'm aware of. I'll double check. But
I would argue that he would sleep it off.
Yep.
I would argue that he would.
Down to try.
But yeah, you've got a minute, and I'd say
it's literally 1 minute that I'm held for.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be much longer to go.
Okay, I'm gonna yell out to Artie. I'm gonna yell out to Artie. Fucking knock him out. Take him down, because he's not gonna stop, and I can't hold this much longer.
How often do I get How often do I get a chance to break out of this? Because it says each turn that, effectively we're not in combat.
Let's say, give me, because we've definitely there's been some conversation. Give me, I don't know. Let's say 2 rolls to see if you've broken free by the time they try and knock you out.
I'm going to assume neither of those make it.
I don't think so. So, effectively, those 2 will get a whack on you, and then you get another roll, if that's the plan. So make your attack rolls against Ryu.
Alright.
I don't know your AC, Ryu, so you'll have to, when they try and hit you.
It is...
You need to clarify, too, what are you hitting him with? Because if you shoot him, that is lethal damage.
Oh no, I'm just gonna pistol whip.
Yeah, so I assumed so, but you just got to clarify. Like, if you're casting spells or shooting him...
Yeah, you gotta check the non-lethal attack box.
I mean, technically I'm still concentrating on hold person.
Yeah, so you can't cast spells. You could whack him.
Cast spells anyway.
You could whack him.
Yeah, okay.
Use your stick.
Whack the bitch.
Stick.
Whack the twink.
I don't think that's...
I don't think either of those are going to hit, are they? Oh, actually, Artie,
Just
yours
a
might.
note, he's
14.
held. He can't move, it's all at advantage.
Yeah, no, it's all an advantage. If it's melee attacks.
Yep. Yeah, but that was an 8.
Yeah, so roll again.
Oh yeah, you get a second roll, yeah. Both of you are hitting me.
Oh yeah.
Because he's held.
Give me a high number. No, that's lower.
Ryu's just
We got basically the same.
Actually, can I make one small point here? I'm on 1 HP because I would take 1 damage for each hit. That's 2 hits. I was on 3.
Well, that's if they hit you. Did either
wait,
of
you
them
got to roll a hit. My bad.
Did
I'm
either
a
of them hit?
14 AC.
Dang it.
Nah. And you were trying to hit with a improvised weapon, weren't you, Coop? So no, you wouldn't hit either. Not with an 11.
What do you add to your roll set?
Well, for melee attack, it's strength. Unless she has unless she has a dex weapon, which should be.
Doubt it.
No, you don't. You have a. I think you've got a staff.
I was hitting with my pistol, which is a dex weapon.
Yeah, it's a dex weapon when fired. It's an if you're hitting with it, it's an improvised weapon, which is strength.
Jesus.
I'm squishy. We know this.
So Ryu, you get another chance to break out.
Jesus.
That's a no.
So that's a no.
So we're just gonna try and knock him out again, or at
So
least I am.
before that happens, so she gets closer. There's blood spraying all over the box. You two see the blood hitting the exterior now. So you don't see any person, but you see blood like coating, like someone's had their, sorry chat, but like their throat slit, and it's just like gushing on the side of the dome.
That's
Maybe
not
there's
normal.
some truth to what he's saying.
That's definitely. I didn't imagine that, right, Artie?
No, I see it.
And at this point, like, Ryu is like, there'd be tears running down his face at what he's seeing. He's trying desperately to get there.
What do we do?
Here's the thing.
So you had to like smack him in the head, you see all this blood, and you're like, wait a second.
I mean, if we'd smacked him right the first time, it wouldn't have come closer. We wouldn't have had a problem, right?
This is true. Do we hit him again?
Do we just smack him hard?
This entire time I am just fighting to get out of there. I'm like filth, like I'm disgusting crying trying to get
So
out of this.
effectively, make a decision, are you hitting him or not? Because otherwise he's going to get another chance to break out. Because
We're
these are
gonna hit
6
him again.
seconds. Okay.
I'm gonna hit him again, and I rolled a 14
It
plus
hits.
my strength of 1.
So you,
Hey!
1 damage from improvised.
Mm-hmm. I'm still conscious.
Artie, are you hitting him as well?
Yeah, fuck it.
Keep in mind you do get advantage still.
Yeah, you do get it. Oh,
And that's a natural 20. Either way,
That's
it
2
doesn't matter.
damage!
Yeah.
Minimum I'm unconscious.
Ryu is unconscious.
2 whole
As I
damage.
Rear up my arm and just whack on the right hand side of his jaw.
You pull
As
the
I go
fucking Looney
unconscious-
Tunes and just start spiraling your arm.
I'm just
Yeah.
apologizing over and over again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
As I go
Artie's
unconscious,
sorry.
I say, I don't know if they can hear me at the time, but I'll say I'm sorry, and I just drop.
Yeah. And yeah, the whole person fades because you're now unconscious, and you are slumped now in the middle of the dome.
I turn
I'm just
to look
glad that it
back at where
doesn't
the
turn
blood
off just
was.
because he's asleep.
What?
I'm just glad it doesn't turn off because he's
Yeah.
unconscious.
Yeah.
I double
That's
checked.
why I
Could you imagine
clarified
that?
before I did
That
anything.
would be so fucked.
Whole dome just drops, and everyone just gets drowned in blood. It's like, oh my god, he wasn't wrong this whole time.
You
as he-
clarified
as he-
this shit.
As he passes out, the blood fountain stops.
Okay. Well, that wasn't how I was expecting our night to go.
You begin to see Thafin convulsing.
Oh shit.
Not again.
Do we leave him this time and just take the risk, or?
Can you check if he's breathing?
Yeah, of course you can. Medicine check.
Can we do it from afar without like having to go near him?
Well, you're all in a pretty close. You're effectively in a magic tent, so you're
Oh,
all
well,
pretty
I've got-
close.
I was gonna say I'm.
So, like miniatures wise, like you say you're in the middle of the room, you guys would be like this.
Well, that's in 25, so.
Yeah,
that
you
20
guys,
as well.
yeah, you guys would be all like that, effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not far. You yeah, this dome's not that big. Like you'd be
Yeah.
that kind of space. It's like 10 foot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 10 foot around.
Yeah.
So, well, I got a 25 on the medicine check.
I got another nat 20.
Hey.
Thaffin's breathing fine.
I say we leave him.
Let's see how he goes. Yeah, I agree. I think we should just leave him and see what happens.
We don't need more blood on the dome.
I'm more worried about how he did last time with those fire skulls and all the explosions. I don't want to take that risk right now.
No, don't you roll.
Too late. I'm scared.
Can I get you both to make wisdom saving throws?
No,
Oh,
no.
good. Roll good. That is a 20. Unnatural.
18.
You both fail.
What? Oh shit.
Ha! Get fucked.
The last thing you remember as this like sensation of like fear crawls, like it's like you both kind of get this like obviously Artie, you don't have a spine, but you get this like shiver down your spine. And remember how I described the room like it was kind of closing in, like it was reaching to you? It reaches out and its tendrils kind of get a hold of you. And you hear like this guttural voice deep within you. And it's the crawling king remembers. And in the morning you all wake up. You've all successfully long rested.
And that's all it for tonight, guys. We'll catch you all next session.
However, you wake up here.
Wheelie.
Shit.
Theo, how the fuck did we get here?
Inside
I
or
don't know.
outside
The last,
dome?
the last thing I
The
remember was
so
checking Daphne to
when
make
you
sure
wake
he was
up, the dome
breathing.
fades because it's been that time frame. But you were as you wake up, the dome is still like active, and as you begin to wake up, the dome fades. So the dome came with you.
I just messaged you.
Oh, yep.
I don't know, Artie. The last thing I remember is checking that Thafin was breathing while he was freaking out in his sleep.
I was freaking out in my sleep.
I immediately
Yeah.
pack everything up.
What?
I don't say a word. I immediately pack everything of mine up together, and I'm looking around. And do I notice difference in that sensation at all?
No.
Cool. Thank you.
Did you get my back?
Yeah, I just saw that now. I'll reach up, sort of into my collar.
Yep.
And I'll do my usual sort of thing, and I'll whisper. I don't know if anybody will hear this or not if they're paying attention, but where are you? What's going on?
I asked Joel if he's alright, because I've noticed him just packing everything up and seeming really...
Yeah, because Rhea and Thafin have
Agitated.
no idea.
So I go up to Joel and I'm like, is everything alright?
I don't know. This place is not right.
You can say that again.
Do I get a response?
Faintly. It's no... Last night was completely cold. Now it just feels like it's muted. Like you're in a place that's very magical and very evil.
So in other words, I know there's a connection there.
Make me a insight check.
That would be a 19.
You have a funny feeling what you saw might have been trying to lure you out of the dome. You don't...
Okay.
Now, like, in the moment, half asleep, injured and sore, it seemed very real. But now, thinking about it, the connection you've got again, it's muted, but that was like that when you walked in here for the first time. That's not a new feeling. And it's happened to you before, when you go into places that are very sacred or very, where magic might
Or
be...
bad.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very...
Yeah. So I'm familiar with this feeling, though.
Yeah, so the familiar, it's not a bad feeling. It's okay, maybe things can be a bit quiet, but you don't feel... Like, last night you felt threatened.
Yep.
You're thinking that may not have actually happened, or what you saw may not have been her.
Okay. I will, whilst I'm reaching up into my collar, and I say that, obviously, I'll send the thought of warmth and love across.
Yep.
To both of them, obviously. I will turn to the party, and because I still remember everything, I'll turn to them both and I'll apologize for how I acted.
Yep.
I'll hold up to Tuel and I'm like, how's your jaw?
I kind of meekly go up to him. I'm sorry, we had no choice.
I understand. It was a good thing you did. I don't know
Safin
what
just
it was.
coyly walks up whilst they're having this conversation and goes,
Damn, that was a good sleep.
Safin, are you fucking kidding me?
I giggle, and I'm like, I don't think it was for them.
And it
Um,
wasn't
What happened
for you
exactly?
either, Safin.
So how long have... So just as a curious, because I can't remember, we've done odds and ends before we actually got into the campaign. How long have we been a sort of group party sort of thing for at this point?
At this point now, it'd be I'd say verging on a couple of months. Like, it probably
Yeah,
would have been
okay.
like 2 or so months on the road beforehand, and we've been adventuring now for a couple of weeks. By the time you look at the trips on, yeah, it'd probably be probably like a quarter of a year, give or take. And in the realm of
Okay.
adventuring, that's a pretty decent stint.
All right. I'm assuming we're all just packing up and having breakfast and whatnot and getting ourselves ready now.
Yeah, I'd assume that as well. Yeah, which would be that meal where you get that 7 temporary hit points.
Yes, sweet. I will, whilst it's being made and we're all sort of sitting there talking, I'll look confused. I'll look at Rhea and obviously in response to what she said previously, I'll say, look, a lot is going on that I'm not sure about. Whilst we're sitting and eating, I'll explain a little bit that I can.
Rhea, while we eat, can I request TP, please? It was a long night and I could do with something.
I would also,
Yeah.
if possible, like a tea, please.
Absolutely. With how the nerves seem to be quite heightened, I'll pop in and get some nice chamomile. And I pop into my shell and find my nicest chamomile to brew.
I'm gonna hobble over to Thea, then tug on her sleeve and whisper, do we tell them what happened?
I whisper back, I don't think we're gonna have a choice. If we need to keep going through, they need to be aware of what we experienced last night, because can you imagine if it was you or me and they were trying to hold us down last night? Clearly, whatever 2L was seeing last night, it wasn't there or was a trick of the mind that this place is playing on us. He's probably going to tell us more over breakfast, but the others need to be aware and be prepared in case we decide to press further through here, or if we leave and come back, we're better prepared for next time.
Dem, did you say you wandered off a little bit just to kind of stretch your legs when you woke up? Is that what you said you were doing?
I didn't, but I can say that I did that.
Let's say you moved like just into this space here, like where my mouse is here. You see something like written in blood down here.
Oh, blood! That's why I nod and give you a thumbs up and say okay.
I just call out blood and start walking off again.
As Safin screams out
Having
blood,
learnt nothing.
I whip my head around. I'm like, what? What do you mean blood?
I just say,
I'm in
not
blood!
again.
And it's
Without learning a single thing from last time, I have walked off.
Does anyone read Infernal?
I do. Oh wait, no, I'm Abyssal.
No.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me have a look at my spell list and see if I can comprehend languages.
With Abyssal, can you make me an intelligence check, Ryu? Because they are similar languages.
Oh wait, was it infernal?
Infernal, yeah.
I speak it.
Well, then you can read it, so don't worry about the roll, Ryu. If you unless you can
Why
try
the
and
fuck
read
can
it.
you speak Infernal?
I'll still try anyway.
I'm a traveler.
Why not?
So the first word, Ryu, you can read. The second word only Rhea can. It's 2 words, and it says, Idril lies.
Oh.
So IDRIL, and then lies as in liar.
I relay this to the party. Could I make maybe like a religion check on who Idril is?
Sure.
Is Idril not the I'm getting these names confused now. Is Idril
Yeah,
not the person that was giving us the vision?
No,
Okay.
Idril's not a name you're familiar with.
Okay.
There goes the roll.
Hello. Thank you, dice. Religion, so that's an unnatural 20.
So, it's not a name that's familiar in, like, religion. But obviously you've been traveling as a group for some time. You've heard one person in this group say that name either under their breath or occasionally, but you've heard Ryu say that name. Never like openly, but being a perceptive person you are, it's not something you've really taken in, because obviously a lot of you will pray and whatnot, so it's not uncommon. But it's a name you've heard him say, not very often, but you've heard him say that name.
I look over at Duel and I say, it says the name you mentioned lies.
So you couldn't read the second word Ryu with your understanding of Abyssal, similar language, but the first word is Idril.
I just say the second word is lies.
Hmm. I'm gonna think on what this all means.
I say to El, I won't ask you to elaborate if you're not comfortable to. However, I do not like this. And I think something might be targeting you.
Saffron tastes the blood.
I think it's time we sit down and I explain some things.
The damn spider.
I pick Thafin up at this point and I'm like, nope.
Thafin, it's
Too
familiar.
late, I already did it.
It's familiar. Tastes fiendish. How do you know
Why is
that?
that familiar?
And how do you know that? But you do.
As he tastes it, he just goes, fiend blood!
And this is, I'm guessing, as I've picked him up.
Yeah, so like you've picked him up like a toddler.
Upon saying it, he goes, he just has the look of confusion on his face, like, why do I know that?
I look at him confused and verbalize that. I'm like, Thafin, why do you know what fiendish blood tastes like? How can you even distinguish that?
I don't know.
I just sit him down, pat him on the head, hand him some chamomile, and be like, at this point, I've learnt not to question how Thafin knows things, just that he knows them, and that he's probably correct.
I appreciate that, but after the night we've had, I'm just a little bit on edge and wary about what's going on around us.
There. Well, suppose we have some chats to do. Let's sit down, drink some chamomile, and see if we can sort this out.
I would like to note that upon being sat down, my skin color has altered slightly to be a bit redder than usual.
Again, I look at this and I'm like, ask questions.
You're cutting out.
You gotta talk up, Baba.
I'm basically repeating in a calm tone, I don't ask questions I don't want answers to.
Fair enough. Sin and Artie, you said you were potentially wanting to explain something to the party.
Yes. Wanting to kind of go over what happened last night. I assume we're all going to sit down and...
Yeah, have breakfast, the chamomile tea. Yep.
So as I'm drinking my tea, I get like halfway through the cup. And by then my nerves are like soothed enough that I can start thinking about things clearly and not jumping at, every little thing. And I look at Ryu. So, do you want me and Artie to start with what happened last night? And you can kind of jump in with whatever you need to whenever it's kind of appropriate, I guess.
Sure.
So, Artie and I were obviously on watch last night, and for the first little bit, everything seemed fairly, normal.
Normal for
There
whatever this
was-
place is.
Well, even whatever passes for normal here. Like, I don't know about you, Artie, but I was seeing things out of the corner of my eye, and it definitely wasn't a pleasant experience. Definitely unsettling.
Very unsettling.
But I don't know if you heard this, Artie, but I could hear someone calling out for help pretty consistently during the night.
No, I didn't hear anything.
I wasn't sure, but then partway through the night, Tuel started kind of convulsing. And it looked like, how we were back in the camp and a lot of people were having those bad dreams and premonitions, and a lot of people were not sleeping properly. It was kind of like that, but we could see him twitching and convulsing and just tossing and turning. Like, we thought he might have been sick. We didn't really know what was going on, so Artie and I opted to wake him up and just see if we could either soothe him back to sleep or figure out what was on his mind. I don't know what happened. I don't know if you were under the effects of a spell. I do not genuinely know what happened last night, Tuel, but you woke up and you were not yourself. You were screaming bloody murder, looking down that corridor where all the knives were, and you were insistent that there was someone there, female, don't know who, you never provided us with a name, but you were insistent that there was a female coming down that corridor begging for our help. And we couldn't see anything. We literally could not see anything.
There was nothing there, but that's not the weirdest thing.
The weirdest thing was we ended up. I cast a spell on you. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. But at
You're forgiven.
point, it was the only way. We cast hold person on you to keep you trapped because it looked like you were gonna bolt.
And I was, which is why I thank you for stopping me for doing that.
Yeah, that's not the weird part though. While you were in that hold and we were in the process of trying to knock you out, I don't know what was there, but there was something there that we couldn't see that ended up spraying blood all over the outside of our encampment. I genuinely, I couldn't see anything. Artie couldn't see anything. But whatever it was that was playing tricks on us last night committed to the bit so much that it came up to the side of the encampment and literally started spraying blood everywhere.
You could say it did it for the vine.
You could. So we ended
What's
up...
vine? Is this
Just trees,
some
green.
druidic thing you use?
Yeah, Thea knows all about vines.
So
Actually, ask old mate.
So we ended up knocking you out because that was our only option at that point. To stop you from breaking the encampment, we knocked you.
Yep.
And then everything went back to normal for a little bit. And then Daffin started showing the same symptoms of convulsing and twitching and tossing and turning and having a really bad sleep.
I did not! I had a great sleep!
Genuinely, Daffin, you were... I was surprised you hadn't woken yourself up by that point.
I dreamed of my unicorn and Ao. And there's a scene. We were doing things.
I'm thinking Witcher 3, right?
Yeah, Yep.
I'm gonna plead the fifth as a casual gamer. I don't know what that scene is.
Yeah.
I
Ruined.
am going
I'm very glad I don't know.
Whilst we're sitting there, cross-legged, I will actually take the loot off my back,
Yep.
sit it on my knees.
So the last
Does the bard
thing,
know how to play it?
the last thing that I remember, and I don't know if Artie remembers any more than this,
While they're talking, I'll from it.
I went over to check that Daphne was breathing because we elected to let you sleep because we weren't sure that we were going to be able to hold you if what happened with 2L was going to repeat itself. We weren't sure that we were going to be able to hold you. So we elected to let you sleep, and that is the last thing that I remember. There's the
I just
very
wanted
last
to be
thing that
known-
me up, I
remember
would have been mad.
until we woke up here.
I just have you know, we only opted to let him sleep after we checked he was breathing okay.
That's true.
And then yeah, that's the last thing I remember until we're here.
So you can kind of understand that Artie and I are a little bit on edge right now.
Hallucinations, all of them. That's all it is. You're all crazy.
You're a hallucination.
That's the crazy one.
Whilst this is happening and I'm strumming my lute, I will explain a little bit about myself. That I'm technically a noble. That I am the second child in a family of 6. I am the second oldest of the boys.
Yeah, the boys.
Myself and my older brother were the only males in the family. The rest were females. Whilst I was living with my family, I fell in love with a beautiful elvish woman. And as time went on, I moved more away from royalty-related things and moved more towards my love of music and dance and people coming together. And I'll turn the lute over a bit, and on the lute you'll see on the neck there is Idril is actually engraved into the neck of it.
I see.
I also mentioned that my muse, through many years of being my muse and being my love, it turned out that she was not who she was portrayed as.
Wendigo, I've been there before.
And so it turns out that we can't be together. It is currently an impossibility. So I am currently seeking any way for me to be able to be with my love. That is my sole reason for being an adventurer at this point. I could have sent noble scouts and parties to go find all of this, but this was my mission to do. I needed to go forward and do this myself. And with that sort of portion of the conversation, she knows my love of her and what I want to do and why I'm doing it. She doesn't agree with it. However, she understands. She's given me this gift to help, to keep me in the know of what's going on with her and us. And I sort of shimmy where I'm sitting, and you guys will see for the first time that the really weird sort of collar that goes up like down the side of my neck, that goes up and around, sort of from top of the chest area up and around. You sort of notice that the material actually looks very like leathery and skinish, like it, where before you wouldn't have noticed it looked more like clothing, but now it actually looks like you see wings and then a head pop out at the side of my neck. It's a pseudo dragon that I have here. This is a gift from my patron, my love, my muse, whatever you will.
The fuck?
Everything was cut off from me last night when that happened. I've never experienced that before. There's always something. Right now, it's very muted, which is normal for this kind of place. My fear of her dying, the things I saw, led me to great bouts of anger that I had last night. For that, I am sorry. I would have run out. I would have fought all of you for this. And for that, I am sorry.
We all have our crosses to bear. It's fine. Thank you for telling us.
Was she the one you were seeing last night?
Yes, she was beaten, she was bloodied, and she was being torn apart by all the traps in this room. What you don't see, and I will...
You can say
I'll
as
sort
much
of
as...
I'll hang on that.
Yep.
Because I don't... Like, I'm sort of... I don't talk about these sorts of things normally, so this is very sort of hard, but also sort of uncomfortable. Tuel doesn't talk about this sort of shit normally.
Hard and uncomfortable. I know how it gets.
Well, Fafin knows a little bit more than most because we've had that sort of experiences, but yeah, this is the first time I've explained anything or shown anybody the pseudo dragon or anything like that related to it than the loot, the pseudo dragon, and my reason for being here.
And that was breakfast and a half.
Yeah. Which is why you sort of see me staring off into space as I sort of like let it trail off at the end there.
That's a lot of information for people who don't really do much.
And
I'm calling the rest of them stupid.
Without realizing, I'm sort of, I guess you could say self-consciously, sort of giving the pseudo dragon sort of like scratches under the chin, sort of thing. Well, it's kind of like the whole, you know, the twirl your mustache or the stroke the beard for sort of like thinking. It's the same sort of thing. So I sort of like hold the collars and do the same thing.
And to the rest of the party, now that you see this thing, this thing's been with you the entire time. But like you said, it was very well hidden amongst his clothing.
And with that, I'll actually you'll sort of see I'll shake the front of the clothing a bit so the color changes ever so slightly. It just changes slightly.
I asked Joel, does your pseudo dragon have a name?
I'll be honest with you, we actually never gave him a name. That was one that I was gonna talk about. Let's call it for the moment TBA.
Called Steve.
That's how my phoenix ended up as Nugget or Nuggy. Because I didn't give her a name.
It's Steve. No,
Toby.
call it whenever you got a name. Call it that. But yeah,
Call it Igby.
Iggy.
Anyone else have?
Fuck, don't call it Igni.
What?
Never mind. I was about to say, does anyone else have any secrets they want to share now? But then you said call it Igni, and I was like, fucking, Ali's gonna have a field day with that.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Okay, why?
Anime reference, don't worry.
Oh, okay. Well,
Pretty much where she gets the last name from.
I'm so proud of you, Cooper.
No fairy
Did
tale.
anyone hear that?
Yeah, we
Yes,
all heard
I
that.
did.
I was about to say, we all heard the squee.
I think it came through my mic, though. That's the problem.
I know
And-
fairy tale. What up?
And yeah, so Tuel's just gonna sort of, like, obviously he's packed his shit up, but yeah, that's what he does for the rest of it. He's just sort of staring and thinking.
Well, that was an interesting breakfast. What do you guys want to do now?
I don't know. We all disappeared. So
Oh yeah, something I forgot to mention. I'm no longer as small as I was. When we leveled up, I forgot that I got a little bit taller.
I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to question it.
Thafin,
I'm a medium-sized creature now, no
Did
longer
you-
small.
did you grow?
I'm the
littlest. Am I imagining things?
You just ate his protein.
Interesting.
I look down and I go,
What do you mean?
and my robe is definitely not covering my ankles anymore.
Oh, it's that kind of growing too. That's the best. The clothes don't grow with you. I love it.
I look at Thafin and I'm like, you just may be a question that I would like answers to.
I would like the answers to them as well. But if you remember, I have amnesia.
When you stop having amnesia, let me know. I have questions.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I love that sentence.
When you stop having amnesia.
I...
But yeah, no, I'm now a medium-sized creature, I forgot to mention.
Hey, Artie, when you stop being a robot, tell us what the world feels like.
Artie, when you get
I
a
love
mouth, tell me what food tastes like.
It's not
have a
a mouth.
mouth.
It's taste buds. Jeez.
I don't technically have. I don't think I have a mouth.
No,
that
I
can
don't think
open.
so.
Well, depending on the mirror you've chosen, you could have a mouth.
Technically, I don't. I just like words just come out
Emanate.
via.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
the type of
emanate.
mirror you've chosen.
Yeah, that's why I can't eat.
You
Um,
have
that
a
I'm
voice
robot.
box.
Did
and
you
that is all.
did you want me to re-describe the room you kind of found yourself in again?
The room we're in, no, not really. There's nothing in it. But the room we're going into
This
might
one?
be the best. Might be a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, the rest of us are still in this one.
Well, technically you're not, because two of you came in here.
Yeah, and I picked you up and I brought you back in here.
This room is just a corridor. I'll re-describe that room though, because you can kind of see it. The chamber is empty except for a skull-shaped vase on a small semicircular table resting against the back wall of an alcove in the north wall. 6 narrower alcoves line the east and west walls. The northeast alcove seems to have been once led to a hallway but has been caved in. If you remember, that skull is where you guys were having conversations about mortality.
Yep. Indeed
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
where I died.
Right, before we do anything, I just want to state that Artie stops being distracted after basically missing that entire conversation and just asks the party, "So are we going?"
You
I
are
mean-
also questions that I wish to have answered.
Okay, that's fair.
So much
You went
intrigue.
Yes, let's go back into the room again. This time, though, I'm digging.
We're all going to dig this time.
I want to go the other way again. That was fun. There was skulls. Remember? They were fun.
No skulls. We
No.
can't. We can't go back that way. We actually don't know where that room was. Remember?
No, but we can go to the same method probably. We go up to
Go
this thing over here,
touch
and then
the
fucking
wall.
and we say we're ready to die, and then we're good.
Touch the wall.
So you got about halfway through clearing that rubble too, Ali.
Let's see what you've done, Jared.
Did
Can
you
I-
want?
No one's
can
allowed
I
to
make
watch the
it-
stream.
Did you want to keep clearing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I make a check to see if there's any like weak points in it?
Yeah, make me an intelligence check.
Come on, roll high. Shit. 16.
You think with you guiding some of the stronger party members, you could make this an easier job?
Can I cast catapult on what I believe is the weakest point?
You feel it's less of like a weak point that this is like less deck of cards, more you see where if a certain path is caved, you could all get through without having to move all of the rubble. So it's more if this was going to take 10 hours, you might be able to, with guiding the stronger party members, you might be able to bring that time down.
Don't worry, guys. Staffin's gonna come and move all the rocks in an instant, because he's just that strong.
So how are you planning to move the debris?
I'm gonna start helping Rhea by like moving the smaller bits first.
So-
and then I'm gonna get distracted examining the rocks as I move.
So effectively, that meme where is it Zoolander, where like there's like they're coal mining and like the coal miner grabs a big lump of coal and puts it into the thing, and old mate has
Yes,
he's
I'm
like
Ben Stiller.
and Ben Stiller is got a little lump and he's like, oh. Effectively
I'm
that.
Ben Stiller, putting all the effort into the tiniest bit of work.
My strength characters, which is that's pretty much just you, Ali. Do you want me to make me a strength check to see how you go banging out through this rocks?
Sure. Strength.
If there's-
Strength saving check.
No, it's just a strength check.
Can I assist
Or
at
athletics.
all?
Yeah, you can assist. You give her advantage.
I'm unintentionally just like in my little sort of like dazed off thing, and I'm just
So
helping pull and throw.
So roll again, and I'll give athletics if you've got it proficiency.
Oh, I'm getting advantage. Oh, thank the
Yeah,
gods.
Ryu's helping you.
Okay. Hallelujah.
Wow, didn't think it could get worse.
Okay, so I rolled a 5. Rhea's not a strong girly today.
It's just not working for you.
It's just not working for me.
To be fair, you rolled good when you needed to.
True.
I don't know about that. Do you remember last session where she nearly died just because she couldn't be
We're not
willing to die?
Not
Hey, Dem,
Mm.
while you're thinking about this problem, you feel a surge of the wild magic.
Uh-oh.
One moment. 0 to 100.
And if it's something targeted, it would be at the rocks. That's where your focus
Okay.
is.
The fact that you had to say that last bit, you fucker.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I want everyone to know I rolled an 8. That's a very low number. As is obvious, because that's out of 100. I cast Fireball, centered on myself.
Oh,
Everyone make a dex check.
oh God.
Fact is, I can't even use fucking sorcerer slots
Saving
to
throw or
make-
just a
make
straight
it
dex
careful.
check?
Actually, that's a question, Jared. Can I use
Oh,
a sorcery
somebody.
point to make it a careful spell as I
Yes.
cast it?
Yes, you are
21.
casting the
Then-
spell.
Then I'm doing that. No one has to make a fucking check.
Ah,
I'm saving everyone's life. Because even if you make the check, Pat, you still take half damage.
And you know what? The
There's
fireball
no rogues in this party.
knocks enough of the rubble away that you could think you could clear that rubble. From the force of the explosion, knocks some of the rubble down. So there's enough that it'd be easy for someone like Artisan to get through. The medium creatures would have to take a little bit more time, but you could squeeze through that rubble now.
Yeah, I get to push through. I
Wild
did all the
magic.
work, see, guys?
So,
I always know when it's a low number, something wrong's about to happen. That's how Ice Storm happened. That was a 9.
So you start to see thick cobwebs.
Oh boy.
Ooh,
gets
stick
pee-
thicky white. Oh.
Artie gets flashbacks.
Vietnam style flashbacks.
Yep.
So,
Memory of the spy that almost tanked me day one.
but did you die? So what would you
I
like
have
to
a
do?
room. I have debt to settle. I'm gonna cast Mending Lights. Send him down the hallway.
Mending lights?
I think he means dancing lights.
Dancing lights?
These lights mend the rocks so no one else can get through.
Shit. Do you progress?
I will.
How far can I send my lights down there?
All the
just
way
to
down,
light
but
the
you
way?
can't see to around a corner even with light.
Woo!
Dang it, we don't have X-ray vision.
X-ray vision, or what are those the mirrored things with like the
Oh,
bent
yeah.
mirrors? You don't have one of those. You can't see around corners. This isn't
Listen,
a light.
you don't know that I might have X-ray vision.
Yeah, this isn't a lighting problem. This is a you're around the corner problem.
Yeah, I'm not willing
I'm
to
gonna-
trust Thafin to use X-ray vision, to be honest, because knowing Thafin, he'll just explode us.
So, is there going to be a marching order heading towards the corner?
I'm towards the
fourth.
back. That's all I know.
Use Thafin.
So,
Number 4.
I'll be front.
okay,
Gotta be.
Oos.
I'll go towards the back.
Well,
as well.
you can't all
So-
be towards the back. You all, you can't all be
Oh,
towards the
fine.
back.
I'll go. I'll go.
Sid,
I'll go.
you're the
towards the
you're the
back.
tankiest person here, Sid. You get to
What
be
do
near
you
the front.
mean? I'm the tankiest person
Something like
here.
Look
that.
at your health.
Fucking squishy.
You have
Fuck it.
64 health.
I
That is
will.
the most
I'll
health
go-
in the party. That's what
I'll
I
go to
mean.
the second. That's it. I'll go second.
I
That's
thought
it.
you had the most health.
I'm second most. She has 64. I have 53.
It's not a bad idea.
fault.
It's not a bad idea to have someone tanky at the front and at the back for that obvious reason. So,
Yes.
It's not my fault. I roll well. God.
Neither is it for me, but I'm at the back, so.
Holy shit!
Oh, hey. So
Fuck.
guys,
Go back.
this is Idris.
Is this where we shit ourselves and turn around and go, nope, not dealing with that.
it's
And this is why I wasn't at the front, because I knew that was coming.
alright. But you see,
I think Ali shit herself.
Do we really have to fight a bronze dragon?
no,
No, wait, are bronze ones usually friendly?
yes.
Wrong
Well,
ones are
sometimes.
Oh,
friendly.
hallelujah.
Not necessarily, but they can be friendly.
Generally.
They're not evil by nature.
So that's what you see. Like, let's just say the marching order gets to here. You see.
Oh, I love that tool.
You are a tool. Got him.
That's cool.
So, what do you want to do? And as you get further deep into the room, more and more webs.
Did any of them catch on fire when I fireballed?
No, we'll say that it was more the force of the fire that knocked
Damn.
the rocks down rather than the actual flames.
I was hoping it would just be a slow chain reaction to go through all of them.
We just we end up
So
walking
I'd
straight
argue.
through
So
the
I'd
forest
argue at the
of fire.
moment these ones are above your head. When you get to these ones, they are. You would have to be walking through webs, and it would become difficult terrain. So the ones in this corridor up until there are more just like decorative, not really in your way, but by there they are impeding your progress.
Hmm.
Make me a perception
Yes.
check, whoever's at the front.
Oh, that's me. Okay, hang on.
Can I give Bardic Inspiration, sir?
Sure, of course you can.
Don't forget, you've also got the.
You get a D8.
temporary 7.
Extra 7.
Yeah,
Everyone
fine.
has an extra.
Yeah.
Everyone that has a mouth has an extra 7 hit points.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, Artie.
What do I do with that, Bardic Inspiration?
You roll a D8.
If you want to, if you feel your roll wasn't very good.
roll was a 5, and my perception is a 4. So yeah,
Roll a
I'm gonna
D8.
hit that. I'm gonna hit that D8.
Hey.
7. Much better. So 11, 16. No. Hang on. 17. I can math.
You hear skittering.
Oh, I relay that to the party. I don't like that.
I instantly pull my gun out.
But it sounds like large skittering.
I like spiders. I used to have a pet spider.
How do you remember that? But not how
That's
you know.
after the amnesia.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes
I
sense.
had a long life. Jeez.
Why do you say had?
I don't know how old I am.
I assume that's
And I'm fairly certain I've died at least once.
Are you,
Mm,
now with this
probably.
information, are you quietening down or are you just continuing to walk through this place?
I think we should
what do we want to do,
stealthily.
gang?
I think
Yeah.
if we're going to keep moving forward, we try and stealthily do
Stealth it.
this. Try and avoid all the webs.
Thafin only wants to make it known that, from his experience of spiders, if we touch a spider web, they know we're here.
Yes.
You haven't touched one yet.
Yes.
So you can get to here and you won't touch anything.
And yeah, then we have to start cutting things by the sounds of it.
Yes.
So by the
Yeah, that
by the
sounds-
moment we touch it,
So about
they know we're
about
here.
there. So anything past that spider web, so everything before it is cosmetic. You also notice that as you get closer, the ground also changes texture too.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
Alright, are we all about here now?
Make me. What's your stealth checks? I need the totals
Yeah.
before I reveal the room.
This thing that I do not have.
Oh, that's very nice.
Got a 9.
Got a 1.
Actually, no, I got a 12.
he got
Well,
a
for me.
one.
I got a 12.
I am invisible.
Hey!
I'm not as invisible as him, but I am also pretty invisible.
Dem just like completely disappears from existence.
I don't know.
My
whether
skin
this
just
is
literally
concerned
turns invisible, but
about
my
that or
cloak is still there.
happy about that.
Alternatively, that's actually more terrifying. Could you imagine his problems with magic if he was invisible forever?
So what was everyone's total? Sorry.
22.
12.
22, but with a nat.
Yep. So 2 successes. Keep going down the line.
Crit fail.
Okay.
Mine's 12.
Okay. There's someone who hasn't given me a number yet.
I gave him a number, but I don't know if it was me. I said 12.
You said 12 as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So they see you as you fail your stealth roll.
Like all of us? As a collective?
It's a group check.
It's a group
Hell
check.
Oh, dang
Well,
it.
let me rephrase that.
Hell no.
Let me rephrase that. They see 3 of you because 3 of you are too loud, and then because they see 3, they see 5. So let me just do one little thing for you all.
Hell to the no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
Are you fucking serious?
That's your initiative roll, right?
Yeah. Of course I roll a fucking nat 20 for that.
Never complain about a nat 20 on an initiative.
As a bard who's not a fighter, generally,
Yes,
I
because you
don't
do.
want to be first.
Yeah, you do.
We all want to be first.
You can be, causing disruption to the enemies before your friends get there. That's really good.
True.
Okay, so,
Okay, I need initiatives. Ali,
I haven't rolled yet.
get to work.
22.
Ooh. 24. 24.
Kuba,
16.
Sin.
15.
Okay. We've done a pretty good job here, guys. I'm proud of us.
Do you want my ones?
How many do I need? 5?
5, yep.
Okay, 1 second.
I've rolled for the Driders already. I haven't rolled for the giant spiders.
How many spiders are there?
There are 3. 2 Driders, 3 spiders. Anyone who knows D&D knows Driders are a scary monster.
Okay, sorry, what were the spiders?
So I haven't rolled for the spider. I did roll for the Driders.
Okay, what were the drivers?
22 and 19.
Yeah.
And then and then crit 20 for the spider 1. 12 for spider 2. 18 for spider 3.
Okay. Dryder's dexterity, please.
Plus 3. So 16. And I have numbered the monsters too, so for when you're targeting things, they are numbered.
Cooper, I loved your help, but stop it. Causing problems.
You're a problem.
Normally, yeah. This is the only thing I do that's helpful. It's how I designed Thafin, is to be a problem. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we start with Ali.
Awesome. Did you want a quick description of the room before? Because you kind of walked into it and then there was monsters. It almost feels like there's a haunting song echoing through this half-collapsed chamber, interspersed with a clicking sound that seems to reverberate in your bones. Thick spider webs giving off a pale green glow stretch from floor to ceiling in this room, and crawling in the webs are 3 giant spiders and 2 creatures that look like drow, but with the lower bodies of monstrous spiders. There are 4 corpses cocooned in webs rest atop the breeze of the west wall. Anyway, was it Ali up first?
Yep.
Rip them apart.
Rip and tear.
With me and
Kill it this time.
Tuel on deck.
I'm gonna hang on. The Senate. Hang on. Squares.
Oh, I can display the squares again. Give me a second. I just turn it off when we're just exploring because it's a little bit, little bit obnoxious.
Fun.
Sorry, just putting these in actual squares because at the moment they're not in squares, right?
1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Good stuff. I'm gonna attack giant spider 3
Okay.
with me claws. Does an 18 hit?
Yep.
Yay! Damage of claws. Roll 6. So that's 7 points of damage.
Yep. Cops all of it. Doesn't seem to like it.
I think I'll end my turn there.
Okay.
Make my key points.
I'm... Okay. Ah, thanks, mate. We have a... Okay, so and that's grids right, yeah?
Pretty close to you.
So, Drider 1 moves to here, enters your engagement but doesn't leave it, and it casts a spell that is a 20-foot cube.
I love cubes.
15, 20. So everyone in the corridor needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, nat 20. Let's go.
19.
I failed, whatever it is.
Yeah,
14.
so the glittery effect doesn't stick to you, Ryu, or Sin,
Fairy fire!
but Coop and Dem, you are glittery as all hell and are affected by fairy fire. Which means, effectively what that means is I have advantage on you on all attacks, and you cannot turn invisible. That's the end of that one's turn. I think Ryu, you're up with a bunch of me and then Artie on deck.
Okie dokie. Well, I am going to run in, draw the Moonblade, and run for a swing at the Drider.
You don't sound enthused.
I haven't got a lot I can do right this minute, so going with that, that's sort of like the best option I have, so
Just use the little dragon to breathe fire all over them, obviously.
yeah. I'm going to assume that misses, because it's a 10,
Misses, yep.
and that's going to be it, I guess.
Okay.
That's all I can really do. Thanks.
All good.
Nice.
So I think it's Spider and then what's it? Spider, Drider, Spider. Okay, so it's Spider 1, Spider 3, and then Drider followed by Artisan. So let's do Spider 1 and 3. So 1 and so let's do 3. That's already on you. Ellie. It's going to bite you.
Oh no.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Does an unnatural 20 hit you?
Oh no, not at all.
Unnatural.
Yeah, it does. I was trying to be sarcastic.
I was like, I wasn't sure with your tortoise shell. Do you have any immunity?
She has to retreat for it to be
Yeah.
missed.
Do you have any immunities or anything to poison damage?
I'll double check.
If not, it's 15 total damage, a mix of piercing and poison.
I don't think so. Not at this stage.
No, that's a good. Can you still make a Constitution saving throw to see if you get poisoned?
Sure.
Not a particularly tough one.
What's my constitution?
You pass. You didn't even add anything. That's enough.
Yay.
Don't need to add numbers.
15?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so it's Giant Spider 1.
10, 12, 13, 14, 15.
It can't do that because it can't end its turn in another creature's space.
Ask a dumb question. How do I write in my notepad on the desktop on the game?
Which one?
At the top of the screen?
The little
'cause
bottom right
Because you've
notepad
hidden your thing.
on the table.
Oh. You just click it and then start typing.
At the bottom. So see how it says description at the bottom when you right click on it?
Oh, yes, sweet. Thank you.
It's going to spit web at you, Ryu, the other one that can't get into melee with anybody. Doesn't hit. Doesn't matter. Alright, now it's the other Drider's turn. It's going to move here. And it's in range. It's going to shoot you 3 times Dem with its longbow. With advantage, because you're fairy fired. So, first attack is a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Second roll is 17 again.
Yup.
And then third is unnatural 20. So they all hit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any resistances to poison, or is this just a straight roll?
I don't believe I do. I do not.
Okay. So the first shot is 16 points of damage. Second shot, 17 points of damage, and the third shot is 10 points of damage. As 3 longbow shots come at you while you're glowing and glittering, super easy to hit. Artie, you're up.
What were the second 2 numbers? You went too fast.
Oh, sorry.
16.
10 was the last one. Let's go through the rolls. $17.
16, 17, and 10?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a mix of piercing and poison if there's any immunities there, or resistances there. That's why I asked about the poison. And no save required for that one. No, like, poisoning effect or anything. Back to the party's turn, so it's Artie with Tia and Thafin on deck.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna run up here a little bit.
Yep.
And then I'm going to cast Shatter. Sort of. I feel. How far is 10 feet from, like, this point?
So, you've got to pick a square. So, let's say you pick this square. It'd be 5, 10, 5, 10. So, you get those 3. You could get...
Yep, cool.
You could actually, if you want bang for buck, it'd be this one. But you'd also get Allison. So, you'd get all 4 of those creatures, but you'd hit Allison. If you want to hit...
I don't want to hit Allie.
If that's the case, then, like, bang for buck's one of, like, effectively any of those squares, because you can hit those 3... And then, because you want to hit, I assume you want to hit one of those riders to be the bigger target.
That's fine.
Well, effectively, this one hits the 3 spiders and the Drider. This one hits 2 spiders and a Drider. So, pick your poison.
She said hit.
Alright, so,
I'm gonna go for it.
what do we...
What was the ping button?
It's tab, then click.
Yeah. I'm gonna...
Right there, so...
Ooh.
Because then you got to go up the top to put your hand back. Yeah. So is this a con save for those creatures?
Yes, it is a con save.
Alright, so we'll do the Drider first, because let's be honest, it's the primary target.
D8.
I'm going to assume crit 1 fails for the Drider. Spider, and then we'll just do 1, 2, 3. So rolled a 2. Rolled a 2. And a 14. What's that? So that's a 15 for the last spider. Did spider 3 succeed, or did they all fail?
It doesn't say what.
It succeeded.
It succeeded, so the Drider and spider 1 and 2 are copping the full whack. Spider 3's copping half. So how much damage did you roll, my friend?
14
This
in
number.
total.
Wow.
For
Okay.
future, if this number, they have to beat.
Oh, this.
Do I have to roll
They'll
2?
save DC.
Yes.
Spell attack bonus. Do I have to add that too?
No, when you're casting spells, it's just the damage roll. The spell attack bonus is to hit.
Okay. Oh yeah, just a
Don't
14.
mind me. I'm just fixing some numbers that aren't correct. Yeah, sure.
All of... Oh, actually... Yep. They all
I
cop...
pass.
So that means you take half. So
Yep.
7.
Yay.
Yeah, all of them cop it, and like I said, all but one of the spiders cops the full whack. So that was a really effective hit. Everything ate all of that.
Good shit. Also, for my bonus action, I'm going to bring out my cannon
Yep.
in flamethrower mode.
Ooh, interesting.
That's a wall.
Yeah.
You wanna put
I
it
thought I was waiting for it to like drop. I was trying to drop it here. I thought I picked it up higher.
Yeah. Gravitaire. Is that what's your action, your movement, your bonus action, any other movement you want to make, or you good?
I'm gonna fall back just a little bit again.
Yep, cool.
And
Tia,
then that is it.
Tia, you're up. Taffin, you're on deck.
Thank you. I'm gonna summon the girly pop.
Yep.
As per usual. I actually don't know where her model is.
She's still in the previous room.
Oh, okay.
Summon her wherever you want. I just dumped her model next to yours.
Um,
I don't know where you're going to summon her, but she's next to you at the moment.
yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna send her off down to make an attack on this one.
Then summon her there, because then they all take fire damage.
Oh yes. Yeah. So I'll
So
summon them.
So if you summon her there, they all cop fire damage.
Yeah, I kind of wasn't. I was debating whether or not I was gonna move or not, but considering where we are, I don't want to be in the middle of that. So yeah, you're correct.
So do you want to put her there so they all cop it, or do you
yes.
want to put? Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that's a dex save. Let me go to your
For
notes.
4 or 5?
Huh?
4?
Yeah, you,
Oh.
won't, you won't get the one at the back, but you'll get the 3 spiders and the drider at the front.
So roll 4 times.
No. I've got to. I think I think I have to roll
Oh.
dex saves. Fiery. When you
no
summon.
problem.
Don't mind me, I'm just moving things.
You're all good.
It's a dexterity saving throw, and it's 2d6. So roll 2d6, and I'll determine if they get in the full whack or nothing. A full whack or half. So 12,
It's
15.
a 1 and
Great. So I think all are going
Why
to
is
succeed
that-
except the last spider. So how much damage did you roll with the 2d6?
2. So doesn't matter anyway.
No, they take some. Just not a lot.
No, just enough to annoy them.
Yeah. They're like, oh, flame chicken.
Tickled their britches.
So
Chicken.
that was your bonus to action. What else would you like to do?
Yeah. I'll scorching ray them if I can, please.
Of course. The drider or some of the spiders? What was your plan there?
Yeah, well, I think the drider is at the front. Well, technically the front of the corridor, so I will.
All 3
just
into the
punch
drider?
them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
they're female. This one.
Yep. And feel free to, when don't forget for the roll to hit, make sure to have a mental blank. Make sure to, if you hit, to roll the extra damage because you've got your chicken out.
Yep.
Sounds like a
15?
euphemism.
Plus to hit.
You-
So it's
Isn't it just 15?
no, you
to
add
hit?
your spell attack modifier.
Oh my god. Clearly,
There's
I've
this one.
15 and oh, so it's 20.
Hits.
17.
Misses.
I'm not gonna even
Yep. So 1 hit.
that one. So 1 here, so it's 2d6 plus my.
I think it's a D8 at this level.
D10, D6, D6, D8. There we go. 6 and it's
I don't think you add anything, my dear, because it's a leveled spell.
yeah.
So it should be 2d6 and a D8. So what's the total?
Oh, okay. I was just looking at it going, hang on, that doesn't make sense. I swear I roll more than that.
Yeah, so it's 2d6 and a D8 because you got the chicken out.
3,
So that's 9.
9.
So
15.
that's yes, 15. Yeah. Perfect.
I can math.
Cops all of that. Doesn't like fire. It burns. That's your action and your bonus action. Anything else you'd like to do?
Not right now. Right now, we're just gonna pray that the spiders fuck off very shortly.
Fafin,
preferably.
you're up with a spider 2 and then Rhea back to the top. But
I have a question about your chicken nugget.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Is it like immune to fire?
That's a great question. It doesn't.
Yes.
There we go.
Just straight up immune?
immune. Also immune to being
Awesome.
charmed, frightened, grappled, prone, or restrained.
I was
Awesome,
gonna
that
say, I
makes
can
this-
always
this,
just empty back
move
in
so much
anyway,
better. Because I'm stepping up behind Artie,
Yep.
and I'm casting basically directly on top of Nuggy. But not quite, because it's a 20-foot radius. Although I thought it was 30 foot.
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm casting Fireball.
Fireball.
Isn't Fireball a 30 foot? This says 20.
I'd probably
Using a
do
different
it
website,
a little
sure.
over here then. So you don't
Yeah, well-
hit Ali.
It's
That's what I'm worried about.
20-foot radius sphere centered on the location, so
It is 20 foot. Okay.
5, 10,
for some
15,
reason
20.
I remembered it
That's
as 20.
huge, because it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15... Oh no, it'd be...
It's a 40-foot diameter, yeah.
Yeah, 40-foot diameter.
8 tiles.
Yeah, so it's still huge. That's this
Yeah,
entire
so I'm
room.
gonna make sure it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna cast it here,
You're getting the entire room.
so it won't hit Ali. Yeah. Well, no, not the entire room. If I cast it on top of Drider Female 2 on the right-hand side,
Yeah.
my right, that'll hit this Stridus on this side,
Yeah, heal everybody.
but not Ali.
Not everyone except Ali in the room, and Ryu, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Um,
So that's happened.
I'll do the...
Now I'm gonna get you to do some dex saves, please.
Yep, if you want, I'll just do them literally down the line. So Drider 1, Drider 2, Spider 1, 2, 3. So that way it's just in order.
Fine by me.
So Drider 1 gets a 17. Drider 2 gets a 15. Spider 1
Pass.
gets a 22. Spider 3 gets
Fail.
a 10. And that gets a 12. So the Driders
So
make
the
it,
last 2 spiders fail.
and the last 2 spiders, yeah, are gonna probably die. That's a lot of numbers.
Okay, so wow.
Too bad I'm
8,
not counting them.
16,
Too bad I can't read.
36, 42 damage.
How much was it? 42?
Yeah.
So that's
And
21.
I don't
for them.
have anything to do this with, but my wild magic is a spectral shield hovers near me, and for the next minute it grants me +2 bonus AC and immunity to magic missile.
Give me a moment. Do I have the spell effects one?
I'm just gonna grab a drink.
You know what? I don't have a shield, but I'm going to give you this because I feel it's very on brand for you. You are protected by a swarm of butterflies.
Yeah, that works. I'm gonna put it off here so it doesn't.
Yeah,
get
I feel that's very on brand for you.
and then I'm going to drink a common health potion because I'm at 17 health.
Yeah, you've got 3 freaking arrows sticking out of your gut right now. That was a very productive turn. If anyone didn't miss that, all 3 actual spiders are dead, and the Driders are a little crispy. And by the way, yes, you're starting to notice that after that fireball, the webs as you get into this corridor are now it's like a chain reaction of them starting to burn up. It's great. Okay. Who is that? Well, it was Giant Spider 3's turn, but it is dead. So back to the top for Rhea.
There we go. I'm gonna move closer to Strider 1
Yep.
and wallop with the claws.
Go for it. Go for gold. Can I provide you a suggestion if you'll take it?
Mm-hmm.
Do this, and you'll have advantage. So you're flanking with the chicken nugget.
Flank it,
Yes.
flank it, flank it.
See, I am
yes,
a
will
DM. I will give people reminders when stuff like that.
take you.
No, all good.
Because that gives advantage, yeah?
Correct. Yep. So you get effectively roll twice, take the higher.
Okay. I don't know if I need it, but okay.
Hey, crits happen.
True. Okay,
Not
yeah, I'm
that
taking the
time,
18. So 18 plus 7
That's
is...
it. Yep.
It hits. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. Okay. I need my D6. Let's get some... Oh, yay! 6!
Nice.
So... 11 slash... 11. Yeah.
Yep.
Just 11 points.
Yep.
And... Yeah, after last session, I'm gonna hold my action. I don't want to... I'll just end my turn there. I don't want to do anything
Cool.
more.
That's fine. Don't want to burn key points and stuff.
Not yet.
Well, it's turn now. So it's like, that's not very nice of you. But you look like you've got a big shell. This little man with the dicky little sword does not. So I'm gonna eat you, Ryu. For first attack, gets probably not enough, like a...
Didn't Ryu say he was going for a drink?
Doesn't mean I can't wallop him.
True.
Beat his ass while he ain't here.
I deal 1,000,000 damage and he's completely dead. Game over.
Yep. And the dragon dies with him.
Yes.
No, not the
No,
dragon.
save the dragon.
I said the dragon.
You only care about the dragon because its name's Igni.
The first one was a 13 to hit. Second one is far out. 15 to hit.
That one does, the first one doesn't.
First and third one is a 21 to hit.
That one definitely does.
Okay. So then when Ryu gets back, he's copping. I don't have any out. I will just roll behind the screen. So I need D10s. He takes 8 damage. 2 ones.
Fuck off, that's all he took.
Yeah.
I took like 60 odd damage nearly.
Yeah, they're better with their bows. He's in melee. It's his
Asshole.
turn.
He runs away like a coward.
He forfeits.
If that's you, Ryu, it's your turn.
I don't think it was.
Ryu, hurry
And
up.
if it is, he's forgotten he's got push to talk on.
True. Because it's the other Drider's turn after him. That's why I can't even, like...
Yeah. Why is there a dice hidden over here? What the fuck?
What?
There's a dice hidden over in the coins.
Well,
Get out of here.
you mean like also like the tiny little fish hidden underneath the dragon's feet?
That was my doing.
Or I do
He
like
will
how
stay there forever.
I hid
Sorry
something.
about that.
I hid something in front of the DM screen too a while ago.
Alrighty, so I took 8 damage.
Yep,
Rough.
and it's your turn. Rough. That's nothing.
No, I know.
He's
Ew,
talking
sorry,
about the mutated
sarcasm.
fly.
Alrighty. I'm gonna keep swinging at it with my sword.
Mothman.
Nope.
Ooh, actually,
I added a tree on top of the potion bottles.
Oh, that blends in so well.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I instead am going to use Thunderclap.
Oh, you've got a lot of friends around you, buddy.
I'm just double checking what, like
It's
the
a
range and that.
forward-facing one. So
That's
if you're
what I
not
was
facing
thinking.
in their direction, it will be
Well, there's effectively he'd be facing somebody pretty much at all. Oh, actually, no, he can go like.
Well, no.
there.
If he goes directly in a line this way, he can hit only these
That's-
2 tiles
Yeah, true.
and like these ones because it's like a.
Right,
10 foot.
I'll roll. I rolled a 1. So roll your damage.
I think it was a D6. I'm just double checking the damage itself.
Thunderclap!
Sorry, I don't know why my push talk's being shit.
Because he's smelly.
Well, I'm ugly too, but you don't hear me bitching about that.
Not wrong.
I mean,
what?
I wasn't gonna say
It's
it,
actually
but
2d6, my bad.
So, Ali, one thing interesting about these Driders, the
they
Drow
haven't had
torsos
tea in 2 years, and you can tell.
are wearing Aurora Watch armor.
7 damage.
Yep. They're wearing Aurora Watch armor.
Can we? Can I relay that to everyone else? Not till my turn, hey.
If you notice it,
What's the
Oh, it
Aurora
doesn't.
watch?
It
I
don't. It don't matter.
they're the guards back in Bazzozan.
Ah, thank you. I mean, I'm not surprised by that.
And I should point
Driders are
out,
made from drows, and drows are here. So
yeah.
Why would they be wearing armor and attacking us? Where then?
because Driders don't really have their sanity anymore.
Because maybe they were
Oh.
corrupted by this place.
Yeah.
I'll actually
Oh.
stay where I was, and I'll hit the Drider with my smite. With my thunderclap and leave it there.
I smite them as a bard.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
As a
So
bard who's dipping his toe into sorcery.
this Strider sees the glittery robot that spawned a flamethrower. It's going to shoot at it 3 times with the bow and arrow.
Miss,
So
miss, miss,
Be
miss.
ready to die. This hurts.
for the first attack is a 18 to hit.
I'll check. Thing. Yeah. I was really hoping that my shield gave him the AC as well, but it does not.
Lame.
15 for the second shot. And well over 22 for the third shot. How many of those hit?
All of them.
Oh,
Fucking time to die.
Yeah.
Can I?
He's been shot 3 by 3 different arrows, my guy. If you're gonna
You
do
might be
something, you
able
gotta
to save
call it.
one.
You're gonna do something, you gotta call it. You're doing something, or am I rolling damage?
I'll silvery barbs one of them, so he'll take 2.
You'll take 2 what?
Well, it doesn't stop.
So I need you to roll one of the first one, and
Is it-
take the lower 2 rolls.
Well, I've been rolling with advantage. That's why it would have been good if you'd called it beforehand. So I'll just do the roll again and do a single roll. So, an 8. So that's a 14 to hit.
Jared, apparently you've selected multiple dice, so it's saying that
yeah,
you're rolling
my
like
AC
fucking
is
3 at a
14,
time.
So.
Oh,
Okay,
so I
it's-
did nothing
yeah,
anyway.
no. Right, so I'll roll some damage.
But you do still give someone else advantage. Just remember that's what Silvery Barbs does.
Yeah, and I'll give it to our monk.
So the first is... so 10 points of damage for the first shot. 10 points of damage for the second shot. That doesn't seem right. Oh no, it was. Because it kept rolling the same number every time. Which is... And then so 10 damage for the third shot. So 30 damage all up.
Jesus.
This is a longbow. This poison arrows.
He took less damage than I did.
Okay, so that's its turn over. Artie, your turn for some redemption. Tia, you're up. Thapin after that.
Okay. Man, I wish he was. Wish they moved a little closer.
He ain't stupid. He's got a longbow.
Fuck it. Still gonna do it. I'm gonna move my cannon in just a little bit further.
It can reach both of them, I'm fairly certain.
It's his
Only a
flamethrower
15
one.
Yeah,
Oh, 15, right.
15-foot cone.
Nah.
You know.
I'm still gonna use it to fucking
Cook his first
that
one.
guy.
Is it a
Book
deck
that
save?
motherfucker.
It's a deck save, yeah. It's a 2d8.
These dice must be broken, hey. But that's a 21.
Some of my dice are broken too.
And I'm hitting R every time, so I'm actually rolling them, so I'm not just picking them up and dropping them.
It's still half damage at least.
Only 2 damage. Like you'll take I rolled 4, so you'll take 2.
Right. Just a heads up, neither of these riders are bloodied yet. Just a warning.
Yeah.
Alright. And with that, I'm gonna start blasting.
So I started blasting.
If it works, it works.
So when in doubt, Pepperbox.
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Always.
So I'm having a mad mental blank today. Do I add anything to the
Dex and your
to
proficiency.
the roll to hit?
Your dex and your proficiency. So you'd be adding
For your gun attacks, it's this one in the middle.
+7.
Okay.
Yeah, for your gun attacks, it's the middle for the actual attack roll, and then you show the damage on what you add on the right.
So yes,
Well, that's
it hits.
25 anyways.
It hits. Definitely hits. 25 definitely gets through their armor. I assume you're shooting the one closest to you?
Yeah, the one
that's copped the most damage, yeah.
Get him, Marty.
Number 1. 1d10. Come on, please. Please roll good. 11. So my weapons are still infused.
Awesome. This one's now bloodied.
And then I'm going to take my second shot.
Hmm.
25 again.
Yep. Hits. Do your damage roll.
9.
Cool. Yep. Is that your turn, my friend?
That is... I'll just move back again.
No worries. Tia,
That's
you're
my
up.
turn.
Thaffen, you're on deck.
Nuggy's gonna attack the one she's right next to.
Yep.
That one. This one.
Yep.
When I can navigate around this place.
I don't know.
It is a 12.
Oh no.
Plus.
Don't like coming from you.
Hang on. I just need to take my mic up a little bit. That's it, isn't it?
No, you add your spell attack bonus.
I thought that was just for me. Why did I think it was? Okay, it's a 17.
Misses.
Cool. Excellent. Oh, she's just gonna awkwardly stand there and screen chat them, I guess.
Effective.
Look, super effective. It'll annoy the shit out of them, so same but different. I am going to cast whatchamacallit? Scorching ray.
Yep. Or the front one.
Yes, please. I don't
Yep.
think I can see the other one technically.
Oh, you don't have a
that'd be
line of sight,
a-
but it's also copped not a lot of damage yet, so probably makes sense to try and sink the one that's wounded.
It's a 13, so that's not going to hit. If 17's not going to, that's 24.
24 hits.
And a 16 is
Misses.
not going to hit. No. So it is
So it'll be...
D8
Yeah.
and the 2d6, right?
Yep. That sounds right.
8, 4, so 12, plus a 6, so that's 18.
Yep, 18. This thing doesn't like that. It's not looking too healthy.
Excellent. I love that for us. I am going to move up slightly closer in the assumption that we are eventually going to need to get to the other one. So we're going to move up here. And that's my turn.
Okay. Thafin, you're up, and then we're back to the top for Araya. Thafin?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I charge this Drider.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to share space with this one because I can do that.
Yep, with the cannon, yep, that's fine.
Sharing space. Go there for now. I'm then going to cast a spell. The spell in question is Thunder Step. I'm going to careful it because otherwise I'll hurt my friends.
Yeah.
But that means it now has to do a con save.
Okay, yep. I don't think it's going to add enough to make a difference. Not for con, no, 10.
And now I do 3d10s.
Ooh, this might be enough to cook this.
1.
So, as the kiddos say, let him cook.
Let him.
1, 8. 14. 14 damage.
How do you want to finish this one off?
Well, my idea is that I'm charging him, so what if I leap up onto his back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And just thunder step off his back, and just sort of push his body down, exploding it.
Like
towards the
squishing a
ground.
bug.
Like I'm squishing.
Yeah, like you're squishing him. So yeah, you see Thafin, this little but now slightly less little goblin, running at this Strider, full speed, jumping up, and then like, do you teleport anywhere with this one, or just?
Well, why? The reason I'm standing exactly where I am is, Ali, do you want to go for a little jaunt over to the other Drider? I reach out my hand and I drag her with me and I teleport.
Yep.
Here.
And this one gets squished in the process.
You've got to yell out,
Wahoo! Wahoo!
That one's cool.
Now that we're here, it's gonna have a much harder time shooting us with a bow.
Yeah, it'll have to resort to its crappy sword.
Yes. And I have higher AC now, so I'm okay with that.
Fair trade.
Yeah.
It's fair trade coffee.
Plus, I brought the fucking monk, like.
Yeah. it's got bigger fish to fry.
Exactly.
It's like you and then the guy she tells you not to worry about. It's that meme.
But here comes the bad news.
Oh dear. Wild magic?
I rolled a 1
Oh no.
on the wild magic table.
No.
Wait.
And anyone
one.
who's read the extended wild magic table
No.
knows that number 1, roll on this table at the start of every turn for the next minute.
Oh no.
That means minimum 2 times it will go off every turn.
I think we're still in the hallway.
I know, right?
So nothing will happen this turn, but my next turn something will happen, and it
Good
will
job,
continue to happen after the combat is over. For a
1
minute.
It's effectively
Every
after the
6 seconds.
So after the combat, throw him down the corridor.
Yeah, after the combat, fucking sprint, because I'm just going to
Even
start
better.
exploding.
I've got a better
Chuck him
idea.
in the next room.
Just
so whatever's
throw him at it.
there.
Just throw
I
him
knew
at
when
the
you said,
Drider.
oh no, it was going to be bad. I knew it.
So
knew it.
that's what's happening this time. But that's my turn.
Awesome.
Enjoy.
Annihilated.
Ray, you're up with 2L on deck.
I just got bamfed, so I'm like, oh, hello. And yeah, no, I'm gonna shanky.
You have advantage.
As you attack this one, you see her like shaking, and like as you're attacking her, she kind of like looks at you, and it's like she's like quite bestial, but then it's like that for a moment drops, and she's like, Finish this. And then she goes back to being really bestial and starting, trying to attack you.
I'm so glad I have advantage. Yay!
Ooh, yeah.
16 plus 7 is
It's a hit.
20. Yay. Damage. Oh, 6.
Yamanama?
It's numbers.
It's numbers.
This.
Every number
Yeah.
that is taken off is death. It was good.
True. I'm done.
Awesome. I think it was Tuel was on deck.
That's me.
Yep, with the Dryder on deck after that, followed by Artie.
Hell yeah. I'm just gonna run up and swing at it.
You'd need to be in the next square over. So that one. Yep. Because you can hit on diagonal, so that's fine.
Sweet.
I like how you're a spellcaster that doesn't cast spells. It's great.
I am technically a support.
And you haven't cast any support spells either.
People aren't dying. They're okay.
You realize Artie's on like 17 hit points.
He'd be okay.
Fine. He's all the way back in the corridor. He's fine.
Whilst our little nuclear bomb is going off in the other room, I will heal everybody up. It'll be fine. Our walking nuclear bomb. It'll be fine.
Yeah, is it fair to assume that we're going to continue the combat and I am just the villain after these guys are dead?
Yeah.
13.
You become the new boss of this place.
I mean,
13 to hit
I already
machine.
am. I already got us killed once.
Sorry, what was that?
13 to hit?
No.
Easy. And with that, I'm gonna back up.
Are you leaving its engagement?
I will, and it is absolutely fine to take an attack of opportunity.
It
He
gets
just doesn't
15.
want to deal with the wild magic.
It hits me.
Wait, hold on. Okay, where's my mouse?
I don't know. In your
In the
butt?
middle of
Tell me.
Allie, you have things.
I have things?
Yes.
Okay. What thing?
What's it called?
How I think?
Sentinel, isn't it?
I was gonna say, yeah, Sentinel stops them from moving.
Well, she has Sentinel, but she also has other stuff with her tipsy drunk one. Hold on. It's not on her sheet yet, so she doesn't remember.
Drunken monk.
Your one job is managing your character sheets, guys. One job.
It's my job to look after Alice because she doesn't have access to her digital one. What's it called? For fuck's sake. I think Sentinel would work in this situation, just regardless.
I don't even know what to Google to tell you what the problem is. Like, I don't.
Drunken monk D&D.
Oh, here we go. When a creature misses you, never mind. But she still has Sentinel to use.
Does Sentinel do anything when another creature's getting attacked in front of you?
I believe so.
I thought it was just when I get an opportunity to leave my E.
I know if it tries and runs, you can
That's
make
definitely a fact. I thought it was also a matter of if they attack someone else.
it. Yeah, I thought you
Bear
could
with me,
like.
I'm bringing it up.
I'm googling it too.
With a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee attack against the creature.
So I'm still hitting Ryu, but you can now get a free hit on it.
Yes.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay, so Ryu, you are copying 7 points of damage. If that was your to hit, you'll still get advantage.
I still get advantage? Okay, good.
I'll be back in a sec. Just need to.
Oh, that's so much better. 20...
Hits.
Yay. Damage... Give me my little d6. Eh. Yay! 6 plus 5, 11.
Okay, thank you. It's now its turn. It's gonna smack you, damn, I think.
Okay. Hits me, I explode like a nuclear bomb.
Yeah. You won't.
It just goes, not doing that again. probably
You're
hit.
about to get rocked, buddy.
Wait,
Oh.
If it adds 1, it hits.
it does. It's a 19. 9. And 12.
12 damage.
No, there were 3 attacks.
Oh, it has 3 attacks. Okay.
Yeah, it's multi.
So only the 1 hits.
Yep, so 8 points of damage. And that's just slashing. It's just a longsword. It's actually no, it's going to 5, 10, 15.
Opportunity.
You get one, she doesn't.
I'm casting a spell on this fucker. 1 second while I figure out what spell to cast. And by which spell I'm choosing, I mean I'm gonna roll a dice.
Yeah, roll a number.
Number 3. What's 3? Chaos Bolt. Okay.
Is that a save or an attack roll?
I believe it's a save.
I thought so too. I'll roll a number, d20, just in case. Get it a 4, so if it's a saving...
It's definitely gonna hit if that's the case.
Yeah, if it's a saving throw, that's what you want.
I'm on and load. Oh no, it's a ranged attack spell.
Okay, boo.
That hits. 13 plus big number.
Yep. Big number go burr.
Yeah, 13 plus 7, so that's 20.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
now I roll a d8.
You've gathered 20s have hit every time.
Fire damage.
Yep.
Okay, and then 2d8.
This thing has no immunities that you're aware of, so...
That's 7, and then this one. Nope. 7 plus 4. That's 11. 11 damage.
Yep, eats it all and goes nom 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 nom. That's its turn. Artie, Tia...
I'm sorry, Jared, but I cast a spell.
Oh, you did too.
Oh.
Don't worry, this is a big number. It's probably safe.
How,
Hey, Jared, I need more butterflies.
how big's the number?
I'm not even kidding. I need more butterflies.
What number did you get?
80! Illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air within 10 feet of me for the next minute.
I'm not a fortune teller, but that was just perfect timing.
Yeah. So I just put another one in front of me.
Yep. Awesome.
Actually, you know what? It's all around me. Wait, where'd they just go? What the fuck? They're underneath the table. Okay, there we go.
So that's its turn. Artie, you're up. Tia, you're on deck. Followed by actually Thafin and the nuke.
Good kill.
Thafin and the nuke? I am the nuke.
We
It's
know.
all the way over there.
I am the nuke now.
How far can I move? Is it... Does Scorching Ray have a range?
Yeah.
Pretty big range.
Sin probably does it.
120 feet.
So say Sin probably knows
Sorry,
that
I meant a range to be able to cast it.
120 feet.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's a long spell.
Hey.
It's fine. It's my favorite. I can be all the way at the back.
It's far
Yeah,
enough
you're
away
lucky you
from
didn't get hit
isn't
by
it?
the longbow, though. Just saying.
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on it. Shit. How does this? Actually, I don't even know how this spell works. How do?
So you shoot 3 beams.
Hmm?
And
Do I have to make rolls to hit?
Yep.
Rolls to hit those 3.
and then if you hit, it's 2d6 for each one. So that's gonna miss.
I'm assuming I'm the only one that gets the bonus because of Nuggy, right?
That's your feat. So you add your spell attack bonus.
The
Just-
spell casting ability.
Yeah.
Oh no, spell attack bonus there. So That's 20.
That hits.
For those who don't remember, we do also have temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I've
I
been
lost
taking
those
off
a
my
long time
main
ago.
health.
Same.
And the
Seven of
third
them,
one
yeah.
is a 16.
Miss. So you get one hit. So that's 2d6 for that hit. Fire damage. Fireball.
5 and 2.
7. Okay. That's your attack. What else would you like to do?
Well, my turret won't reach since it's a flamethrower, so I'll move him
Towards
up
it.
a bit. And that will be it.
Cool. Is that your turn?
Raven, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Sweet. Tia, you're up. Fafin on deck.
Give me 5 seconds. I just need to see what Raven's got in the mouth. Give me. Where the fuck did you get that Lego piece from? No.
Does she have any teeth left? She attacked Lego.
Well, it's off-brand Lego.
Ah, so teeth are fine. Lego's doomed.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't tell if it's mine or the housemates. Just don't tell it. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do exactly what Artie did. I'm gonna direct my bird to move up though, rather than bamper in and bamper out, and she will get an attack on him first.
Yep.
That's stuck in my head now. That is
Nope.
a 14. Cool, and I'm also going to cast Scorching Ray from the safety of the corridor.
Yep.
It's 14.
Nope.
It's an 8.
Nope.
That's a 14, and I will end my turn there.
Fafin, you're up.
Raven.
Okay, first
Me.
things first. Time to explode.
Let's see what you get.
Uh-oh.
What number?
2.
Oh no, not a low number again. Oh no.
Was it a low number?
Yeah,
Ryu's
Yes.
about to die.
No, you're
4.
not, but he might. How many
4
points have you used so
is the
far?
number.
It's 4.
I had 4 left.
Oh no.
So, I gotta roll some d6s.
Yeah, 4 of them.
Don't forget your temporary hit
9.
points.
I already lost them a long time ago.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
21. So I'm down.
But read the second part of that though.
I know, but I'm down from the base damage. I don't get the temporary hit points.
I'd argue that you would.
I was going to say, it would
You
still
can't have
affect-
temporary hit points at 0 health.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
But if it's happening after each burst, like
Down and up and down and up and down and up.
That's
and down and
essentially
up.
how I see it happening, but
it's up to you, man. The way I
I think I'm
interpret,
down.
you're down. Okay, you're unconscious.
it's okay.
Which I now have a question to do with that as well.
Mm.
Does my wild magic continue?
You're still alive, and you still have a turn.
Okay.
Because
So yes, my wild magic continues even though I'm down. Okay, good to know.
Yep. Well, in this for the sake of what you roll in that one, because you still have a turn every turn, and it reads
Mhm.
at the start of each of your turns.
Yep. Good to know.
Yep.
Because it's wild magic. Whilst I have blood flow, I'm a problem. Ignore that. I didn't mean to do that.
Yep. Up, back to the top. Ray, you're up. Twill, you're on deck.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's have a look at something real quick. Where is
I got this.
Saffin? There is
Amongst the butterflies.
Okay.
Hard to miss.
Okay, because he's so close to me, I would like to give him a health potion.
That'll be your action. Yep.
Yep. And then, if that's my action, yeah, I'm good. I'll just save him.
Yep. Okay.
Where's my common health potion?
Twirl, you're up. Dryder's on deck.
I do think I get the temporary hit points, but I'm down despite.
Yeah, so I'd argue that now that you're back up, you have those temporary hit points.
Yeah, that
So
sounds
how much
right.
health do I get from you, Ali?
Common health potion, so...
D4.
Yeah, 1d4.
That's 2d.
2d4 plus. Oh, wait, yeah, sorry. 2d4 plus
We
con.
roll 2d4 plus 4.
Oh, nice.
You want me to roll it? I can do that.
Yeah, you can roll it.
Because otherwise, common health potions aren't worth the ink they're printed on.
How bloody is this guy looking?
Not even bloodied yet.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to twin spell and mass healing word. Everybody.
That's nice.
Okay.
It
It counterspells.
counterspells.
No.
I was gonna say, oh, someone gonna die here.
Yeah, it's you.
All right. Okay.
They are spellcasters, but they're pretty basic. Definitely not counterspell.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I love the reaction though. The what?
My brain was like, wait, is he allowed to do that? Bear
Not
with me.
Dryder's, no.
Cool. I'm going to 1d4. Okay, so it's 1d4 plus. So I'll do that twice. So my spell mod is 5, so 5 on each of those, 10, 14. Everyone gets 14.
And that includes you, Artie, because that's magical healing, so that works on you.
Everybody gets it.
Yep.
I like
You want to know what's great, guys? I went from down to being at 44 health.
And thank you for healing my Dryder too, because you said everyone gets healing, so I appreciate that.
He needs it
Really not.
especially.
Yeah, she's very happy
Yeah.
with that healing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's your turn, I take it. You've actually cast some spells. I'm surprised.
I know, right? Well, I thought I better. Everyone was looking rough.
A spellcaster casting spells. Who'd have thunk?
I know.
Well, to be fair, I've only recently decided to actually play the role of support.
Fair.
Yeah, but I'm going to end my turn by moving back to...
So, Artie,
Me. Alrighty.
it looks at you funny, but no, it's not your turn. It's the Dryder's turn.
Oh. You made it sound like my turn.
Well, you're gonna get shot by the Dryder.
Yeah, mad.
Nope. 23. 25.
Definitely.
11 points of damage to the first shot, and 9 points for the second shot. Now it's your turn. Tia on deck.
Alright. Let's come forward a bit. You still can't reach.
How past the range?
15 foot.
It's in 15 foot.
That's in 15 foot?
Yeah, and that nugget's immune to fire damage.
Let it have
Do
it
it.
then!
Do it!
Deck save, it gets a 14. So I think it fails. It does fail.
It doesn't stay.
It's
on
your spell
the
save.
wiki. Oh, mine, right.
which is 15.
Duh. Cool. 2d8.
And so it fails, so it cops the whole lot of it.
1. 4. Again. 4 again.
But this time it cops all of it.
Rude.
And now it's your turn, so
Alright.
what do you want to do?
And now time for my blammo. Please be good.
Hits.
That's a hit. Oh, sorry. 1d10. Please be high. That's a 14
Sweet.
damage.
How many shots you got left in the pepper box? 3?
Shot 2, that was 3 so far.
Just
so
be
yeah,
a 4,
3.
yeah. And a 7 won't do it.
Yeah, no, 7 won't do it.
But that's a lot of damage, though. Between you and your flamethrower, that was almost 20 damage. Was that it, mate?
Yes, that is it.
Tia, you're up. Thafin, you're on deck.
Bud is gonna attack Nuggy. Come on. Can you actually land a hit tonight, please? That'd be wonderful. Never fucking mind. We're just gonna move on to my attack. Scorching Ray. That's not gonna hit. 18?
Nope. Oh.
I end my turn.
Thafin, you're up.
My dice have abandoned me.
So the moment my turn starts, I cast Confusion centered on myself.
Does that make you more confused than you normally are?
Doesn't just hit me.
Oh shit.
It's a 10-foot radius. So it hits Ali.
Yeah, it's just Allison, and your butterflies will be flying around really confused.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have got me too if I hadn't have moved. Oh, thank God.
We need to do saving throws, so I'll do mine, then I'll do Ali's. I'm just gonna do them both on my side. So mine.
You must have the.
I actually have advantage on these, so.
I think you might have had the Drider selected because every time you hit R, the Drider's flying up.
So I got the same number twice. That means I get to roll again, right? I got 7, so I failed. Now I'll do Ali. That was not a roll. I don't know what just happened.
Don't you wish
We
it
killed
was?
the Drider, everybody, just so you know. He's gone. Bye.
Nah,
It's just disappeared. It's gone.
She got 12. She also failed. What this means is that we can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of our turns to determine what behavior we take for that.
yeah.
Which means at the start of my turn, I now have to roll a d10. I don't move or take actions this turn.
Great. Alright. I assume that's the end of your turn then.
Yep, Ali's turn.
She gets to roll.
Gonna
Too you're on
roll
deck.
the thing.
Heck yeah.
She also. Oh no. Yep, she doesn't
She does
move or
not
take.
make any actions.
Did she.
That's it. That's her turn.
At the end of its turn, an affected target make a wisdom saving throw. So you can make. So you both make a saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Okay, I'll
So-
do that now.
Yeah, you
Fine.
both get one.
I get advantage.
You're fine
Yeah,
now.
I pass.
And then Ali's.
She failed.
Alright. 2L, you're up.
Alrighty. Alright, this is rough. I'm not gonna lie, that changed a little bit of stuff that I was thinking, so...
Listen, it changed my entire turn the moment it happened.
Yeah.
Don't even at me right now. I can't even play my own character.
Shit.
All because I rolled the worst possible fucking number.
I'd like to point out we've been here at this for nearly 3 hours, and you've gotten through one corridor.
To be fair, our dice were very kind to us at the beginning of the session, and now they've just decided, well, fuck all of us.
Well, right now you have luck that would make a mimic cry.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to
Fireball.
maybe later on. Definitely later on. I will. Fuck, I'm gonna try it. I am gonna try and cast sleep on it.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna roll. Just
5d.
remember, this thing is an elf.
Oh, yeah, sorry, completely forgot elf. That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna sleep. That makes no sense. Okay.
Dryad are half a warped
Yeah.
elves.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Elves don't go nine-eye.
Yet.
You really didn't sleep at all that night, did you?
Well, I mean, we were passed out for however long between Thaffen convulsing and waking up the next
No,
morning.
I meant that night.
Oh!
If drows don't sleep.
Yeah, no.
I haven't.
No. No
I
rest
haven't really
at that
used
night.
it yet. What's the damage for a sling? Do you happen to know that?
Very little.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think it's like 1d4.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's
I can
1d4.
bring it up.
Yeah, I've got it here. It's 1d4.
Yeah.
Ah,
All right.
it's why this rich boy needs to buy a hand crossbow. But his
Yeah,
poor
I
boy.
do. Oh. God damn, you people are just straight up savage. Fuck, I genuinely have not got anything. I will hold my action. I'll hold a silvery barbs in case this strider tries to attack any of my companions, and I'll use it.
It's its turn.
It doesn't get a turn. It's a bully.
No, I'm the bully.
It's gonna wail on the chicken nugget. 25. Crit fail. 19. So, Sin, your chicken nugget, if you're there,
Yep.
is taking 9 points of damage to the first attack, and 10 points of damage for the second.
Chicken nugget!
No, she's still alive, but, you know, just.
Artie, you're up with Tia and Thaffen on deck.
I don't even pre-plan my turns at the moment. I just fucking wait.
I suppose.
You're just gonna get a little bit
probably
closer
neat.
to be
Probably just roll a d100, that'll help.
horrid. Do your
Listen,
dex
guys, I
save.
rolled a critical fail on a D100. That's why we're in this mess.
Jesus.
What's your dex save?
A deck save?
Yeah.
10, so fail. So,
Take 10 damage.
oh yeah, bigger number than 4. Hell yeah.
Much nicer number.
Much nicer. That's, well, 10 out
At
of
least
2.
someone's doing damage.
Well, 10 out of 2d6 is pretty good, actually. That's way above average.
And then for Blammo, that's definitely a hit.
Yeah, mate, you don't even need to add numbers to that.
Where's my fucking...
Just to clarify, guys, you've established 18 misses, but 19 hits. This last shot will be click, by the way, won't it? This next one.
First hits a 9.
Yep. It's now bloody.
My second shot. That misses.
And now your gun's gone click as well. That's 6 shots.
Yes.
Okay.
Does a misfire count as a shot?
You still
Wait,
shot the
what's-
bullet out of the gun. So you
Oh, yeah,
missed the
true.
shot, but you still fired the bullet. Just because you didn't hit the target.
Sorry, what counts as the misfire?
Crit 1. Or actually,
Okay.
with Pepperbox, is it 1 and 2 maybe?
I think it's 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Because I keep forgetting that. I haven't rolled them yet, but
Yeah.
well, besides that first fucking time.
Yeah.
I think it was my first shot.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's right. You gun jammed the first time you ever used it. Tia, you're up. Taffin, you're on deck.
Cool. I mean, Nuggy's basically barely holding it down anyway, so let's see if she wants to actually get something. No, she doesn't get anything done. At this point, I'm tempted to just be like, she skips her turn, but no, I'll try Scorching Ray one last time.
You're gonna be getting out of spell slots, right?
Yep, this is my last one. 21.
Hits.
Thank fuck.
Something to clarify.
20.
Hits.
You don't have a pepper box. You chose a pistol,
Which is
23.
which is slightly better.
His character sheet said Pepperbox.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 'cause
everything
he wrote
said
pepper
pepper
box,
box from
but-
the beginning.
He has a Pepperbox.
Well, you chose pistol when we made your character.
That's so when he made the character, I then gave him, instead of a magic item, he got the ointment and a Pepperbox.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
pistol's better, isn't it?
No, Pepperbox is way better. More shots, more damage.
Okay.
Because the pistol only does D8s, and the Pepperbox does D10s. Or something like that.
So,
Well, the pistol does D10. I just don't know about how much ammo.
I think it's the ammo capacity in it. So yeah, 2 hits. No, 3 hits in. What am I talking about? You've gone from no hits to 3 hits. What is this madness?
I am enjoying that. Don't know what that last one was. So 4, 6, and 4.
So 14 for the first shot, 2 more to go. Like 2 more. You hit twice.
And
2
then
more so.
that's the. I can use the D8 for the other 2 as well, right?
Yeah, of course. It's every time you do fire damage or healing.
Sweet. That's 7, 3,
So 10,
and
15.
a 5,
Yeah.
and then a 3, a 6,
9.
and an 8.
Shit.
17.
This thing's gone from bloodied to barely standing on its legs.
But yes,
Still alive, but
finally.
you just pumped it full of like, what was that? 40 odd damage.
I'm also just gonna move up slightly, and then I'm done.
So, walking nuke. What does the wild magic say today?
Let us find out together.
Oh boy.
This is going to be wunderbar.
You know how I got a little bit taller earlier?
Yeah.
He shrinks again.
I got 4 inches taller all of a sudden.
You're gonna be tall with grayers.
This is permanent. I'm just slightly taller.
Well, 4 inches isn't slightly. Ask any gentleman in this chat.
Okay, I just made myself a little bit bigger in the scale. I am almost normal size at this point.
Yeah, you're almost the size. Yeah, you'd be almost the size
A
of-
goblin that's almost human size. That's fucked. That's what
So
that
bad,
is.
Yeah. You'd be like, are you
Okay,
a goblin
so-
or a hobgoblin?
I'm a thing! So now with that, I'm going to cast a spell, which is that one. Roll that. Yeah, I'm just gonna step forward with all my butterflies, and I'm gonna cast Thunderwave.
Save, right?
Yeah,
16. So Dex is be
Pass.
19, yeah. Might still do it though, this thing's fucked.
gotta make sure Thunderwave.
Wait,
does
is Thunder over
something.
is that the cantrip one or the spell slot one?
That's the spell.
It's okay. Okay, so that'd be safer half, yeah. It's not safe enough than
Like a plebby, no level.
Well, there's fucking leveled ones that still they take no damage if they succeed. So that's 12 damage, halved to 6.
So, how do you want to do this? Rider Slayer.
I want to do the same thing
Yeah.
that I did last time, but this time squish it against the wall.
Well, the interesting thing is there's kind of like this little alcove here, and you like squish it through it, and like part of its spider body gets stuck in the doorway. It's gloriously
Nice,
gory.
ripping its limbs and stuff off.
Yeah, gloriously gory. However, the chittering.
Combat's not over, friends. I've only rolled 4 times.
Oh no!
So,
How many more do you have to roll?
6.
So that's my turn. Let's start again.
So so what's the party gonna do? Are you all gonna separate yourselves from Dem so that if there's any area effects, nothing happens to you?
Do we actually
Thankfully, I'm
know that
last
this is
on
a...
it.
So yeah.
I make it clear that I'm still going to keep exploding.
So everyone
Yeah,
gets
cool.
out of everyone
back
gets, and I assume you head into the end of the room.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hide in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
everyone-
recall my Phoenix
I'm-
in case
See
we
if I
need
can
vamp
survive.
real quick.
All right.
I'm
So
going to stay at the edge here, so if something goes bad, I might be able to try and help.
I have the table
Whoa.
open if you
Okay.
need help. So what are your 6 wild magic table rolls?
Okay, let's go, shall we? Number 1, 72.
Do you want me to read them out or?
Ah, that's all good. I gain resistance
Yeah,
to all
all
damage for the next minute. That's helpful.
Well, if you explode, that means you're resistant to it.
Yeah, 54. I am immune to being intoxicated by alcohol for the next 5d6 days.
We
And a
love that.
tattoo that says sober appears on my forehead for the same amount of time. Wait, 5d6 days. Oh, hold on, this is gonna take a minute. Fucking 9. 15. No, hold on. 20 days.
So you have a tattoo on your forehead that says sober for the next 20 days or 2 weeks in this game because a week is 10
Sober.
days.
That is
20
great.
days. Okay. That's just number 2. I have fucking 4 more to go.
Yep.
7. Oh no.
Oh dear.
I cast Dragon's Breath. Okay, that one doesn't do anything because
Yeah,
there's
it's
someone in the way.
Yeah, it was not in the way. Yeah.
So 10. I cast Magic Missile at 5th level. At nothing.
Yeah.
Good. 5. This is number 31. That is... For the next minute, any spell I cast that costs 1 action allows me to immediately fly 15 feet via magic winds. That's not going to be useful.
Well, if you cast a
the
spell,
next
you
minute-
bam for 15 minutes feet.
Yeah, but for 1 minute.
Yeah, I know.
And lastly, for the next minute, I regain hit points at the start of each of my turns. I get 5 hit points at the start of each of my turns.
So you pretty much,
So
by the time you step
I'm
out of
gonna
this room,
gain
you'd be
30 health.
30 health, yeah.
And I walk out of the room after you just see fire and fucking bashing of fucking magic missiles screaming through the thing. You guys can't see me because I'm just off around the corner. I walk out, just fucking smoke billowing, and I just go, I'm alive! and you see a very distinct tattoo across my forehead that just says sober.
I mean, better than we were expecting.
I want you all to know, I'm at max health with an additional 21 health.
Nice.
Jeez.
So I came out of this with more health than I went in. Oh,
wild
fuck.
magic.
Good God.
How are we all
74
feeling right
health.
now?
So,
Hell.
I'm gonna look around, see what this room's like, see if there's anything happening. Magic.
So, thanks to all the explosions, some treasure has made itself apparent. So there is some corpses of other members of an Aurora Watch expedition. There's also So in that room that you blasted open, there's leather-bound books that are writing in abyssal.
Sick.
And it details the Demon Lord's alliances with the Betrayer gods during the Calamity.
Cool.
You also find in this room a drawing, a small book that's damaged, but has a picture drawn in it. I will grab that picture for you in one moment. You also find you find some damaged equipment from the people, but you also find a magic longsword with an onyx hilt.
Ooh.
That's for me!
Can I said sword?
What?
Can I cast Identify on it? See if it's magical and then...
You can cast
obviously
Identify on it, yeah.
Yeah. Can I do it as a ritual?
Yes, you
Identify?
can if the party wants to hang out for the amount of time.
I'll let everybody know that I can identify these things if they're happy to wait around.
Do we need to take a short rest, everybody?
Yeah,
How are you
good
guys
idea.
doing?
Spell slots, how many did we get back from a short rest, or we don't?
None.
Unless you're a warlock, you don't get none.
You can
You just roll your hit dice.
roll hit die though.
Can I... Yeah, I was going to do a thing for the rest, but I think I'll leave it for now. I was going to do Song of Rest. Ooh, actually, how long does that need to be? Can I do that, Song of Rest, and then Identify?
So if you look at the map, that's the picture that you see.
Regarding Song of Rest, that's an instant spell, basically. But you then still have to do the ritual, which means you're not really getting much of a short rest.
Yeah, I don't need a rest. I'm actually okay. But it was more just for anybody who needs to recover HP. I was going to use it.
How's everyone's health? Like, how far away from max height?
So anyone who's watching, this is the picture they find in the book.
I think.
I'm
on
Dirk,
8
good.
health.
you should be on you should be on more than 8.
No, you got
I got
wailed on
whacked.
after.
Oh wait, yeah, you did. That's right. My bad. I will use. I'll use Song
I'm
of
on
Rest
50.
then.
But my full health is 51.
Well, I think it's just a matter of Cooper needs help. Everyone else is fine, more or less.
It's literally just I use some music and he gains hit points. He gets an extra
but how much
D6.
is it compared to maybe using Cure Wounds?
Please
Right now,
hold.
I'm at more than max health. Ali's 1 off.
I'm at max.
You get
Since
health
at
back
max,
from a
you're-
short, or did we not
Yeah.
do it?
You roll hit dice to regain health on a short rest.
Yeah.
And that's just the amount located here.
Yep. So yours
No,
is
so what it is, you should have 6. Because we're level 6.
Okay, so I just roll.
The reason
you
why
can
I'm
roll
asking
as
is I
many
give
of
you an
them as
extra
you
D6.
want. Yeah, no. You can roll as many of those D8s as you want, Coop.
Okay.
It's just a matter of how many you want to use, because you don't get them all back immediately.
Takes a long rest.
Okay, that's
It
what
takes-
that's what was confusing me. The 4d8 thing.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been there.
I'll use 1 because of the short rest.
Were you
Get an extra
were you
D6.
were you casting Investigate on the sword?
Yeah, I'll investigate it first.
It's
Will you get a
magical.
roll of D6 as well, mate? Cool. With it being magical, can I please cast Identify on it?
Yep. I don't have a card for it, but I'll generate one between sessions. It is a Sword of Vengeance.
And Cooper, I would recommend you use a lot more than 1.
Cool.
Which means
You'll
it
get
is
them back
cursed.
progressively. It's not a big deal. It's just
Okay, cool. I'll obviously before we make any decisions, I'll wait to see the card and that for everybody, but I'll relay that information to them.
I'm at 17. I should.
you had 3 to each roll. Because that's your constitution.
That includes the D6 as well, I believe, right? From the Song of Rest.
That doesn't count as a hit dice. It's just additional healing, doesn't it?
It's if you're using hit die, you get an extra d6. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a hit dice.
You don't burn a hit die, but you get bonus healing from them.
Okay.
Okay,
Get the
well,
wording of
I'm
that one
up to
specifically.
26 then. Which is a lot better than 8.
Yes.
Heaps better.
Oh.
Okay, no, Cooper, it does count as a hit. Oh, never mind. No, I'm reading it wrong. Ignore. Okay, so we've had our short rest. Cooper's the only one that used hit dice.
I identified a sword.
Yes. I'm sober for 20 more days.
Just moving a die at the moment.
Do I have permission to explore another dingy room?
No.
No.
Well, we're all at max health this time. Well,
No.
close to.
Can I suggest maybe we take a bio at least?
I was thinking maybe we describe the next room and then wrap up there, because it is 10 o'clock.
That sounds good to me.
It's just a little room.
You've already explored that room, I described it.
Oh, I missed.
It's where the
Just really
leather-bound,
worrying about
it's
hit
where the leather-bound journals were that explained the demon lords and their buddies. And it's also filled with bits of Drider.
Okay.
So let me grab the Fog of Warfox.
Sorry, Coop. I'm no longer able to stand in the same tile as you.
That's okay.
I am too large.
Puzzle room.
2 rows of black stone pillars, marbled with white veins, support the vaulted ceiling of this hall, the floor of which is polished to a mirror-like sheen. Ornate brass braziers rest at the feet of the pillars, and faint music fills the hall. As you begin to enter the room, the 4 braziers ignite, their bowls filling with pale flames that coalesce into dancing humanoid forms. The glow from the flame glints off the north wall, where a towering mosaic of stained glass depicts a maelstrom of colour, within which are 9 symbols. The image shifts even as you stare at it.
Not terrifying at all.
I mean, considering what we've gone through to get here, I feel like it's like tame in comparison.
I remember there is a picture of this wall scribbled, and you found that. It is on the map.
Okay.
So, did you guys want to leave it there? It is 10 o'clock.
I did want to make one thing known.
Hmm.
Whilst we were dealing with the loot and all the short rest, Thafin didn't change size, but he grew a little wider to more fit his new height. It's like he gained muscle mass in a way.
I wish I could
Being
grow
quite
muscle mass like that.
concerned With this.
Mm.
I think we all do.
That's all I'm saying so far.
Well,
Thank you for informing us.
I think that's a good space to wrap up. Well, thank you everybody for joining us again. Hopefully you've been enjoying the intros and whatnot. And apologies for the about 5 minutes where the old layout was being used. I don't know why bloody OBS was doing that. Did we have a raid target, friends? There's only a few people watching, but do we have anyone that we know in the community that we could raid? Because most of my hobby friends
I only
aren't
have
online.
2 people, and one of them is you.
Ah.
Everyone I know is offline at the moment.
Yeah, so do I. It's weird because it's Friday afternoon, Friday evening.
Yeah, normally at least some of our dudes are on.
Yeah. Does anyone have anyone we could raid?
I got
No, sir.
Let me see what's in the Dungeons and Dragons thing, see what we can find.
In similar category, or same category, I've got... It's pretty quiet actually in the D&D front.
Very.
Maybe everyone's taking a break.
Yeah,
before
maybe.
Easter.
Just Twitch changed how they did the search stuff, and I don't like it.
So I say Fear's on. I don't know, we don't really do WoW stuff anymore, but Fear's on. Crit's playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah. Yeah, I thought the same. Not for Crit, but for the game. Yeah.
I don't know, these guys look cool. Mimic Loaf. They're Australian.
Awesome. What are they doing?
D&D.
Mimic Loaf. Mimic Loaf.
Don't
Oh yeah,
think
Adventures in the Astral Sea.
Yeah.
Done. Let's lock it in. Thank you again, everyone, for having a good night, and we will see you next time. Enjoy the raid and join us to Mimic. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.